All right, welcome back, everyone. I am the Dungeon Master, and today we will be joining Heroes Wanted for session 6 of their campaign. We find the heroes being assaulted by skeletal soldiers who have risen from their graves because apparently after the last two things jumped out of coffins at them, the party has not learned not to open graves, so they've been continuing to open up all the coffins, and this time skeletal soldiers jumped out. They jumped Nicholas and now have the party kind of pinned in this hallway. So we are going to pick up in the middle of combat because we had some lag issues and couldn't finish the combat. We're just going to re-roll for initiative. So that is going to be the first thing we do right now. So go ahead, guys, roll for initiative.
I'm pretty sure mine was terrible, and it's still terrible. Ugh.
$22.
Congrats.
Hey,
And oh yeah, that's right. I should probably roll for both of the players who aren't here. All right, Soggy, what do you do?
I kind of like panic. I kind of like just summon a tentacle.
All right. So, for the tentacle.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's the
It was the
that's the
skeleton.
tentacle. That's the yeah. We'll deal with that in a second. But that's the tentacle attack. The first thing you're going to need to do is use Grasp of the Deep. That's that's the ability that actually summons the tentacle. There you go. So you have one use
The
of
bonus
Grasp of
action.
the Deep
Neat.
left, and your attack was an 11, which misses the skeleton. But we'll go with your first attack that you rolled here, which was a 20. So that will deal 2 cold or lightning. Which do you choose?
Cold.
Okay, that deals 2 cold damage to the skeleton and summons a spectral tentacle right there. There you go. So
I meant to click the grasp of the deep.
yep, you're all good. So that was a bonus action. So what else would you like to do with your turn?
If the bonus was to
I'm going to kind of like set up for a dodge.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Grasp of the Deep is a standard action. The bonus action is just the other attack from the tentacle.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you have to
That's
use
what
an action to summon it, and then a bonus action to use it.
Yeah, the bonus action to attack with it, but that means that he gets a bonus attack every round. Yeah. So I am just checking to see. Nope, they are not resistant to cold. So he takes the 2 damage. All right. And then if that's your turn, you can click end turn at the bottom left.
For my action, I'll just use a short bow and I'll just shoot one of the skeletons.
All right, now you're firing into melee, so that will be a disadvantage.
So should I step back a couple more so I can get into full range?
It's not about whether or not you're far enough away. It's about the fact that that skeleton is attacking Einjamin, so you're firing at a skeleton that is standing right next to Einjamin. And
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'll take that disadvantage. So I just press my short bow, right? And I just attack someone and press disadvantage.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm just remembering now that we just went over this in one of the other sessions, and it's actually a plus to armor class.
It basically has partial cover.
Yeah, it has partial cover, so it's harder to hit. It's not a disadvantage.
Okay. So I'll just do a normal attack.
Yes.
Alrighty. For cunning action, if I were to hide, I would just not be targeted by the skeleton soldiers.
Yeah, if you were to hide, they would not be able to target you. Which one did you shoot? I'm sorry. I was just double checking something.
Furthest right of Einjamin.
Furthest right. Got you.
Yeah.
You sink your arrow into the skeleton, shattering its armor and most of its breastplate. It is now like just a regular looking skeleton that doesn't seem to pose as much of a threat.
Nice. And now I hide.
You still need to roll for a hide, right?
So how do
You
I
need
roll
to
for hide?
go to your skills on your page and then just click on hide or at stealth.
Stealth.
There.
Disappeared.
So you move to the side of the wall and find a small enough crack that you basically disappear into it.
Already.
Can I mention something? Sorry. Since he attacks someone who's directly attacking Einjamin, doesn't he get sneak damage?
That would be if it was flanked. Right?
I can read it up. Give me a sec.
Flank gives advantage or disadvantage.
But attacking,
sneak
yeah, I'm
gives
reading it now.
attack.
It's just you don't need advantage on attack roll for another enemy of the target within 5 feet of it. Yeah. So it's just you get the sneak damage.
They just have to be within 5 feet. Oh, yeah. Well then, roll your sneak attack damage, you stealthy little half a hero, and we will add that to the damage. That it's just sneak attack right under your macro there. Yep, you got it.
You already got it.
Well, I feel like it probably got it out, right?
And that skeleton is destroyed.
Goodbye. And I'm my turn.
What a turn.
Nicholas, seeing these skeletons jump out, turns to one and using his weapon that he was holding, Arcadius Blade, takes a swipe at one. And misses.
The skeleton holds up its shield. Your sun blade slicing into the shield and taking a chunk of it off, but managing to deflect the blow enough to not hit the skeleton.
Right, and if I do anything else, if I move, I'll get 2 opportunity attacks. So I'm going to just go into defensive mode.
Okay. The skeleton soldiers have had enough of this.
Yep, that hit. And for 8. Oof.
No advantage.
So only 1 hit. And the other one missed. But the last one was a max damage.
That's one.
And Einjamin easily dodges the skeleton's sword and looks over at you and wonders why you're having so much difficulty dodging these skeletal warriors' attacks.
If he's not saying something, I'm not going to retort.
No, he doesn't say it. He just
Okay.
he just gives you a look.
Is your first day on the job?
Does not hit. And actually, they've got advantage because I'm flanked, but neither is 15. And on the second shot, 7 or 5 both missed. So I'm managing to dodge very carefully. They're poking through me at each other. Haha.
Yes, indeed. They keep trying to hit you, and they go to one side and you dodge to the other. They go to the other side and you dodge to that side, so they think they got you, and they go to stab at both sides, and you turn to the sides that you're skinnier, and it just goes past you. Yes. So the arrow will be joining us later. I will. Let's see. I will fire an arrow at the skeleton attacking Tristan. And I will move to here just to give myself the clearest line on anybody.
Okay. I will go for a hit. And the one directly in front of me. And this is normal, no flank, no nothing. And I miss. God dang. Last couple games, it's been pretty bad. I gotta check my. Have I used my class? I have 1 use of. Yep, second wind. So I'll just do that now. For 3.
Not great.
No, better than 0. So, and then I'll end my turn there. Screw that. You know what? I'm going to Accent Church and do for another attack. I need to kill this thing.
I'm sorry, shouldn't that be 4? Shouldn't it be adding your fighter level, which is 2?
Oh, I might not have. Yeah, I might not have to change that. Let me just change that then. Yep. Yeah, I just saw +1, so it actually should be +2. Okay, I'm just using my Accent Church. And go for an attack. 18 for 4 damage. And my turn. Just change the line on the surge itself. Oh, you changed the macro. Okay.
Yeah. Instead of having +1 or +2, I have it at plus level. That way now it'll change with your level.
Okay. So I did 4 damage to it, and with my action surge, and I ended my turn.
4 damage is enough for you to bring your glaive down on the skeleton, shattering it and dropping it into a pile of bones and armor on the floor.
And with that kill, I turn to Einjamin. Finish it off. We gotta help your brother. And that's it.
So I believe he was using his pike. So I will.
No, he was using his shield and sword.
Oh, he was? Okay.
Yeah,
Then,
because we were doing the whole line defense thing.
Yep.
And he asked me to put up my shield, and I'm like, I don't have a shield, you dick.
Oh, that should have been with advantage because of the flanking tentacle. So I will roll just to see if I crit. Nope, but even higher, but less damage. So 9 piercing damage. Smashes that skeleton. With only 1 skeleton left, Einjamin steps forward to help you flank it.
And Einjamin's doing awesome tonight.
Yeah, I was gonna say, okay, I lied. I'll be a little tactically advantaged.
You can, yeah. It's common sense in the character, at least. Sockeye.
All right. Time for a Eldritch Blast.
You hit the skeleton with a blast of eldritch power.
Any other thing?
You can use your tentacle, I think.
Yes.
And
I'm
it,
going to.
it has a 10-foot reach, so you don't even have to move it.
Okay. Gonna do it.
It is flanked, so you hit for 1 cold damage.
Kind of like just kind of like as a cold wind blows, it kind of like just freezes part of the skull.
Sounds good to me.
I'm able to use my short bow again, right?
Yes, sir.
I'll just use my short bow to attack the last skeleton.
Don't forget sneak attack.
I'll remember that. Ooh, I don't
That
think I hit
is
it.
miss, I think. Let me double check. Oh, no, for sure that's a miss. These are the skeleton soldiers. They've got really good armor class. For skeletons.
Oh,
And he doesn't get the flank either, though. So, yeah.
I missed, I suppose, and then I guess my turn.
No, you're stealth. Remember, you're hiding, so you should have advantage.
Ah, yes. Roll the attack again, but add another arrow because you don't want to use 2 arrows.
All right. Oh, that for sure hits.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. So you deal 12 damage, shattering this skeleton.
Hey. My turn.
Once more into the breach. A swing with a mighty sword. Nothing.
Ooh, a critical failure as you swing. You go to swing but overextend and leave yourself vulnerable. I would say they have advantage on their next attacks, but they would have anyway, so it's not really a penalty per se, but that's what would have happened if you would have rolled a 1 and they didn't already have advantage. They would have had advantage on their next attacks.
Having missed and knowing that I'm about to get squished, I'll go ahead and move now. I know that's going to open up for attack of opportunity, but I gotta get out of here. So 2, 3, I won't get that far. If I live that far. Neither of those hits, and neither of those hits. And I'm done.
The skeleton soldiers are like, hey, where are you going? We're not done with you. Get back here. They chase you out and attempt to spear you some more. These are not at advantage since you are no longer flanked.
Okay, negative. That first one does not hit, and second one does hit.
Does
So
not. Does not. No advantage. You are not flanked.
okay, good deal. Then I managed to dance and dodge again.
Elwyn is going to step to the side and fire at one of the skeletons attacking Nicholas. He does not hit.
And Tristan just left a message that he had to step away.
Yep, I see that. So to keep things moving along, Tristan is going to step forward and attack from range with his glaive. Oh wait, he's gonna move here so that he's flanking and attack with his glaive. Completely destroying that skeleton.
Welcome back, Tristan.
Einjamin will step down here so that he's flanking. But still misses. Because of course he does, because it's Einjamin.
Soggy.
Of course. So he kind of like it and kind of like shoots one of the skeleton soldiers with an eldritch.
That hits, dealing 13 force damage to the skeleton and blowing it to pieces with the force of your Eldritch Blast.
Hello.
And that
Indeed, this
ends combat.
How the heck is that a 13?
this strange little kobold seems to have something going, eh?
Yeah.
Something evil.
It's. I think last time he said he was kind of angle it as worshipping, so we think it's like holy magic.
Ah,
we're dumb.
yes, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. And after killing these things, I'm like, Soggy, I thought you said there was a safe. What? Who?
You
What?
you open coffin, not me.
I didn't open coffin. It was. I turn and look at Nicholas.
Well, it's hard to blame him. The last time he opened a coffin, he got a magical sword out of the deal, so, you know.
Yeah. So I turn to Nicholas. What do you do now? It's. I guess it's safe. Nicholas, you there?
You broke up. I could only hear half the sentence. You turned
Oh.
on something?
Oh, I turn towards you, Nicholas, and I say, I guess it's safe now, knowing that you can do your holy weird sense thing.
I guess so.
So here we are in a weird crypt with a chest full of gold and
Yep.
money.
Yep.
What the hell happened? I wasn't
As I
thinking
recall.
about this. It's
And we were
I'm
looking
going to
for
make a
place
perception
to
check
rest.
to see if there's any treasure left over from the.
There is no treasure in these coffins. These coffins were housed the warriors that came out, and
I
all
mean,
of
the skeletons remain.
the skeleton's remains have tattered bits of armor and shields and spears, but nothing worth anything. Yep.
Aww.
Divine
Is
any of the-
sense is all used up.
yeah, oh shit. Is any of the shields and weapons actually usable, like salvageable?
Barely, if at all. Like they are old and broken for the most part, but if you really want to dig through and try to see if any of them are salvageable at all, you can go ahead and roll an investigation check.
I will do that.
And Nicholas popped up. Remember, lads, we're trying to find a place to rest. Let's pile all this garbage up at the entrance and try to take a rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you dig through the skeleton's bits of armor and weapons, you don't find anything amongst them that is salvageable.
Okay, so while we do that salvaging, I guess we at the same time just move the skeletons. So I turn to Nicholas. So you want us to block up the exit?
Seems to be the only entrance to this area at the north. If we move everything there, lads, we can It at least makes some clatter that someone would have to go around.
Uh, I guess it works out well. Soggy, Tom, want to give me a hand?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
How are the crypts? Are they actually like stone crypts built into the stonework, or are they caskets of wood? Like what actually are they?
They're stone. They're not built in. They're just resting on the floor. Each one is a raised stone sarcophagus coffin with a heavy stone lid.
How heavy do you think they are? Are they completely immovable by one person?
Oh, they're completely immovable by all of you.
Okay, good deal. I was just looking to see if there's anything else to prop in front of the door. Again, it's a little tricky with the lighting on right now. It looks like I'm standing in the middle of a weird black starburst. But I think, if I recall, there was only one way in and one way out of this alcove, so to speak.
It's just to the front, yeah, the front entrance.
So
The one north.
I'm just saying, just start throwing all the whatever the armor, the skeletons and whatnot. Just kind of pile it all up there in the front. It's not going to necessarily keep anyone out, but anybody trying to get through it would make a lot of noise.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Who was the one who suggested we come here again?
Soggy.
Soggy, he said he been to the caves. Now he's around here.
Soggy, have you explored this area before, or you just been here?
I have explored. Skeletons did not rise when I was here.
So, because you didn't touch them, is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
I turned to Nicholas. I guess I can't fault him for that. He didn't mess around with dead things, which seems like a good idea. I think we still need to talk about what we're going to do next before we get some sleep. We fought Ghost and a vampire, I think. I remember reading about it in the text, but I didn't expect him to still be around since the whole fall of everything. It's what is with this town? This is not normal. You guys been here
think
longer?
Some great evil, must have come in and done all this. As Tristan was about to ask, Soggy, the rest of you, how long have you been here? Have you seen this town degrade, or was it always this way?
So, Tom grew up around here, and if you would like to roll your history, I can tell you what you remember about how all of this got started.
No problem.
Yeah, so as far as he remembers, this town's just always been a piece of shit.
Living on the streets, you don't really pay attention to your surroundings. You're trying to live.
Yeah, he remembers growing up and getting bullied and having his lunch money stolen. He remembers getting beat up. He remembers, all kinds of bad stuff that happened in this town. So, like, as far as he can remember, that this town is just cursed. It just sucks being here. That's why he tried to leave.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get some money. We're trying to bail.
Soggy doesn't know much either.
Yeah, Soggy's not really from the town. Tom is from the town, so that's why I was gonna let him, remember when things started to go bad around this town. But growing up in the slums, it just was never good.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I don't really know much.
Roll of dice. That's how it happens. Nope. Nicholas, I guess we need to. Einjamin, after your rest, we need to scout out because we need to talk to people. We need to investigate. We're not that far away from our city, and if whatever this is spreads, it's who knows. And I whisper a bit to Nicholas. And Trista's here, or she sent a letter to us. I don't understand. This town is fucked. That's really it. This town is fucked.
Yeah, this town ain't great.
Let's just go ahead and take a pass on this town and re-roll for where we go.
I agree, but Tristan, I'm exhausted. Channeling the divine has left me with nothing now. Once I come out of
Foggy
rest,
is
I can
too...
try to sense if the evil is still here, if perhaps there's more farther below, more in the mansion. But until I have rest, we're blind to this evil.
Then we'll make beds and we'll do a watch and keep each other safe for now.
All right, it sounds like you guys would like to go ahead and take a long rest here since you spent most of the night exploring the crypts and transporting your gold to these caves, and now having fought the skeletons, you're wounded and exhausted. Luckily, you guys are almost all of you, either trained or grew up roughing it. So the only one who is really like put out at all would be Tristan.
God damn it.
He's just, not used to sleeping like this. Even though he was trained at the academy to like be used to this, he always used his money and name and everything else to like kind of do as little of the roughing it part as possible and get out of all of the having to sleep in the woods and sleep outside without any blankets or anything. He got out of all of that as much as possible, and anytime he's out on the road, he's always staying at the nicest inns and everything that he can find. So staying in this damp, it smells of mold and mildew. It's just damp, wet stone. It's cold. Tristan is miserable. And so, despite the fact that you get your rest, you have level 1 of exhaustion.
Nothing I can do about it. Make a fire or anything.
Would you like to make a fire?
In an enclosed space like this where smoke can kill us? I guess so. No, I'm good.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if you were willing to, risk things like making a fire and all of that, you could certainly make yourself somewhat more comfortable. Also, if you voice your discomfort, it's possible that somebody else would be willing to give up their extra bedroll in order to take your level of exhaustion for you.
No, it's fine. I don't need an extra one. But I do like to feel clean before I go to bed. So how much somatic is it? Give me a second. It's a minor spell. No, I'm not going to do it here. Never mind. There's still vocal and somatic. I'm good. I'm going to be exhausted. Yay. But I'll get everything else. Hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
You did great in the fight.
Stranger.
Alrighty. So everybody else regains all of their lost hit points and spell slots and any other class abilities like Divine Sense, etc.
Is there a way on these character sheets to just do that?
God, I wish.
So
I am
there's no long rest button or anything anymore.
no, I am working with some people who do scripting and all of that, and
Okay.
I am going to see about getting what amounts to a long rest button, but we'll
Okay.
we'll get there.
Good deal.
Yeah. So it's health,
Um,
any abilities, so under class resources.
we got to do this. The core hit points and hit dice.
Yep.
Yeah, and hit any kind of bonus, not bonus. Yeah, sure. Rest dice we used.
Now, technically,
one.
you only regain half of your level's worth of hit dice, but I don't think anybody spent both of theirs.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
And yes, welcome, Elwyn.
So yeah, all we did was just finish up the skeletons. It wasn't too hard. It's just really annoying. Yeah. Skeletons suck. That's really it.
Yeah, that's true. Just want to let you know, nobody take my corner. This is my corner over here.
Yeah, so just giving you guys a chance to get everything set, and then we'll role play what happens from there.
Is anyone taking a watch or?
Oh, we already did it wrong rest and
Yeah.
all the watch.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
we're just cleaning up our character sheets
Yeah,
as we're
it's-
waking up.
Yeah.
Where's the spell slot?
You go to should be under class resources. No.
No, for
Oh,
spells.
spellbook.
Yep, spellbook.
It should be on the right hand side of what you used and what you have left and all that. So Ellen,
Yes.
you've been here. How long have you been in this town?
Not too long.
I
Only really just got here.
but you scouted this area out as we have. It's aside from those creatures in the crypt. This is not a regular place. This is not a regular town.
From what I can tell, it isn't exactly normal.
Tom just thinks it's a shithole, but we'll see. He rolled a 1 on his history. He's the only one who could do it too. So
Yep. And let me. What is anybody? I'm looking it up. The range for the divine sense of a paladin.
should be around like 60 feet or something, or 30. Not even. No, not 30.
Divine sense, 60 feet. Yep, you're right.
Yep.
Which 60 feet's like hardly anything.
It depends on the situation, but
For
yeah.
for these maps, it's pretty much, like as far as you can see most of the time.
Well, I know, but when we were in the mansion, I was just trying to detect, if the people in the room. But you had let me know that it was so overwhelming, and that it had been coming down from even lower, just because it was so tremendous. But I don't know. We're far away from the crypts. We're supposed to be in a different place. We're supposed to be in some caverns. Somehow we wound up in the family crypt.
I think it was how you mentioned it was that it's adjoined with the. It's like an even older one than the mausoleum.
Right.
Yeah.
So in character, lads, I suspect there's nothing here. In this crypt, we were able to sleep overnight. any sense that I could get of evil is going to be very short-sighted. I would suggest that we range out from here a bit, try to determine where we are. The whole point was to not be walking around, not to, we acquired these shinies, as the creature calls them. We didn't want to be announcing our presence anymore because we're a bit suspicious of the townspeople, sad to say. But perhaps we should range out a bit from here, and if we can determine if this crypt goes deeper or if we get out to the mansion, then if it's daytime, then perhaps any other vamps that we find might be a little bit weak. But that, I'm just thinking we should range about a bit. What do you think, guys?
We need to find out the situation of the town itself. This isn't normal. We maybe even talking to the people.
I find that quite agreeable right there. We needed assessing the town situation.
Like, we know that the food supply is... Like, the noble doesn't care about what's happening to the people. The food has been ruined the first day we got here, and I don't think anything's been done since then about it. This...
Yeah, the town's pretty shitty.
Thank you. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. You... well of wisdom.
Thank you.
Gotta have a roll of one. It's, no, sorry.
Yeah, Tom's like, hey, you talking about Lakeshore? Yeah, that place sucks.
Yeah, man.
At the same time, since we have the gold, we can prepare ourselves. I can use a few more items to... If we need to kill a noble or two, gotta be ready for it. Because they do not seem like they... We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will.
They are bad.
How do you... Well, I don't know. I met them once. They seemed off. Nicholas seems that he's sensing something in the manner itself. It was strange, to say the least. And then we got a tip by a maid to go to the crypt and see there's something wrong there. And we found what's wrong there. It was a freaking vampire. Didn't think we'll see those ever. And now there is undead in this very place we are standing right now. This isn't... I was told and taught that, magics and old dark rituals has caused some places to be evil in a sense, but this isn't by any means a small town or even a small population. It's... people would know about this if it's so common as we've seen. Are you sure you don't know anything at all, Tom?
Look out, Tom. Tristan might minority report you.
Well, he had a rest now. He had some sleep. Maybe he can think about it again.
Yeah, I'll think
It's been
about it in 10
hours.
Tristan will smack him in the head as help action, obviously, to jog his memory.
You can tell that Tristan has woken up on the wrong side of the bed, somewhat groggy and exhausted.
But guys, what do
Apparently
you
that's
guys want to
work.
do exactly?
It did work. Much like an old VCR or TV that's kind of off track a little. You just smack it, and
Christ, how did this?
Tom's like, now that you specifically talk about the undead, like, yeah, I just thought you meant like, when did Lakeshore start to suck? I mean, that's been my whole life. But if you're talking about specifically when like weird undead like things started to happen, well, pretty much Lord Gerhardt, his father was a very rich and somewhat unremarkable ruler who did not much good or remarkable, things for Lakeshore other than he secured a very celebrated marriage with Lady Belladonna and her family, who are extremely powerful in their lands. They command a very powerful army, and by securing the marriage with Lady Belladonna, now Lakeshore has an alliance with another city-state kingdom that has a powerful army, and that was like a very good thing. However, when Lord Gerhardt, the current Lord Gerhardt, married Belladonna, and her uncle Count Maxius came to live in Lakeshore, people started going missing for a few months to almost a year, and then just a few weeks ago it stopped because people started like, really clamoring and asking questions, and then just all of a sudden the disappearances stopped. I mean, there's still like murders and everything, like, don't get me wrong. It's just there were people going missing like every day almost, and now that is back to like normal levels.
Yeah, Lady Belladonna's a vampire.
Yeah, it's like his brother, the Count. Okay. I wondered.
It wouldn't have
Her
helped him
uncle.
out when I would it.
Let's not assume anything, guys. It's
Royal lady is sucky suck.
Her uncle, and yes, of course, anyone with the moniker Count is obviously the evil. Yeah.
Are you saying this is a DM, or it's like it can go either way?
No, yeah, I was making a joke just as, like in general.
Yeah. Because I'm like, oh, what? Really? I'm just joking around. Who knows?
Yeah, no,
But,
no.
Yeah, how did you?
I was just saying that because you heard Count Maxius, and then you're like,
Yes.
yeah.
Count Dracula, Count Duncula. It's so it was this family, and which city-state did they come from, Tom? Maybe we've heard of them.
It's the Carpathian region to the west and south of here.
And would myself and Nicholas know anything about it? And Einjamin, I guess.
Only that area is one of the most dangerous mountain ranges in the entire world. That some monsters of myth and legend still live in the dark shadows of the valleys and crags of that mountain range. Even drakes and wyverns have been reported to be seen flying overhead.
So in essence, it's like it's real bad. It's
Yeah.
real bad.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Yes, Nicholas, this area was they mentioned to not go there at all ever. It's people have not returned once they've been in that region, and there's a city there now. It's
Yeah,
Hmm.
Lady Belladonna and Count Maxius is definitely suspicious.
Well, certainly when we were there, I felt great evil. I think perhaps we should find our way back to the mansion, and perhaps with the destruction of this demon vampire and even the accommodation of their folk hero Arcadius, perhaps we could rid this land of its evil if we go to the mansion.
Yes.
Don't we have a ring of a strange unknown noble family? We should probably keep that in mind.
Yeah, definitely.
Who has that now? Sorry.
Who does have
I
that?
think Sagi does. He's carrying all the goods.
Yeah.
By the way,
I'm
this is
kind of
starting to look ridiculous with the kobold kind of waddling under the weight of all of the bags and backpacks and everything that he has.
We
had
I
split
believe
it.
we
Yeah,
split
we
up
had
the
split
gold
it.
itself. We
Yeah,
just
we
said we
split it.
didn't do it, but with somebody can just hold the whole thing at once. So we already split it. I'm pretty sure everyone has their share because we Like,
Yeah,
well,
we split it 5 ways.
The
then we said
gold,
we'd
the
actually-
gold
we
is
split
split.
it
I'm
6,
talking
3,
about
5.
all the rest of everything that he has, because he has just bags of like rings and necklaces and
He
everything
has
else
ring
now.
boards.
it's his thing. I don't know.
That's part of the reason we didn't go back into
Shiny!
town. So,
Yeah.
just
We
recalling back
should-
to the end of the last, we didn't want to walk into town with a kobold mule, burdened with all the shinies. We found our way here. The point was to try to find someplace safe. We didn't find someplace safe, but we found someplace to rest. But now, do we even know our way out? When we made our way in, the as I recall from the end of the last session, the comment was that Soggy looked around and he didn't really remember this part. He didn't really remember where we were.
They
So-
also said that he didn't touch the car.
Yeah, we agreed on that. The thing about do we? Okay, let's just go backtrack this. Where do we actually want to go? Do we want to go back to the town?
Let's
Do we
go
want to go back to the town?
Yeah, didn't we want to prepare to
Yeah.
go
Yes.
to the manor?
Yeah, because I built my character wrong, like literally, and then I have things I need to do with my character now, so I need to go shopping.
Well, then we gotta bring a certain amount of money, right?
Yes, we got around. There was a lot of money, and everyone should have around 400 or something.
Yeah, let me look.
About
Yeah.
400. Okay.
So who remembers how to get out of here?
Down and then go straight down out here, and basically we're by the water. We are very close to the shore itself, and it was at a cliff, not a cliff face, but somewhere it's a bit lower. Yeah, by the water line, and that's how we got in. From what I remember of your explanation.
Yeah, and you are dead on with that. However, just as the characters is what I mean is like, do your characters for sure know where they're going?
I don't know.
Soggy knows, of
We-
course.
Yes. Now,
Okay.
are you saying where are we going, as in which place we're going to?
Nope. I'm saying, do you guys know for sure how to get back out of here?
It was we.
Soggy.
It was kind of a Soggy can show us. He showed us to get here, so that's because it was more of a transition thing, and we didn't really roll anything.
Yes,
with
but
it.
one thing you might not be remembering about what I said was that Soggy keeps telling you that he knows where he's going, but he doesn't really remember this place. This is like, so kobolds are really smart and tricky, really good with traps, but they're not exactly like expert cartographers. Like their home cave system, they know like the back of their hands, but that doesn't.
I thought we were only supposed to be racist in character, man.
Yes, jeez.
So,
But,
so he led you to the caves that he saw around here, and was trying to lead you back to some of the caves that he knew would be safe. But because he's been exiled from his clan, he can't take you back to the caves that he knows really well, and so he's trying to take you to these other caves that he only knows kind of well, and he got lost.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so you're saying we need to.
Roll survival to see if you can find your way out. Yes.
So
Okay.
do we?
I'll
I don't.
try it.
Yeah, do it.
Unless someone has proficiency in survival.
I
don't-
got disadvantage on everything I do.
Ooh, Soggy.
Soggy. Look at you redeeming yourself a little.
Did he roll high?
He did. So,
Nice.
Soggy went ahead and marked the way in and out, and you're not going to ask him how he did that. So where would you guys like to go?
I think we're heading back into town.
Yeah, head into town, see about buying some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Soggy's gonna kind of like follow around and maybe even buy some stuff for himself.
Oh, okay.
What?
No, I'm like, yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going shopping.
I don't know, Soggy, if the townsfolk are even going to speak to you. You may want to cloak yourself up or hide yourself and come into our rooms in the tavern.
Shit, I totally forgot I'm super racist to him. Never mind.
Hide your
About the
face,
racism?
monster.
Yeah, that's basically it.
I'm gonna try and do
As an aside to Tristan, and as an aside just to Tristan, this creature has so much junk on him. Perhaps if we get into him a room, we can watch him pass over it all.
I'm
What?
going to try and make a disguise. So what would a deception check?
Yeah.
Soggy, just cover your face, and I'll carry you in like you're a wounded body.
He'll papoose you up like a little baby. Yep, perfect. So Soggy puts together his cloak and pulls it up over his face like a scarf, and he manages to hide his face just enough to where, unless you're like really poking around, you're not gonna be able to like see inside, and he just looks like a halfling, more or less.
Yeah. A half.
Like the other one. Is this the same area we've been to? I know it's the same map, but is it the actual same place?
Yeah.
Okay. I turn to everyone else. Remember, keep a low profile. Try to avoid getting in trouble. Staring directly at Tom and Soggy, because they are not human and they are dumb. I don't know. Something
They are
I'm
dumb.
sure I am
Something
stupid. My
racist.
character is stupid. Kind of.
something racism, he said. And I need to get some equipment. And we also, if we can, try to investigate more about this family that came in here, the Beldonna's, the Lord's lady.
I can see about inquiring about that.
Just
And can Soggy? Can I make a perception check as Soggy to see if there's any shops that maybe can benefit him and his?
I mean,
I'm just looking
can
for a
you
blacksmith.
can you define that a little bit better?
Like a kind of like finding a specific shop, like maybe some weird curio shop, for like
Like a pawn
warlocks.
shop, like a pawn shop or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, there's like shops that would be like they
would
sell
hold, like,
knickknacks.
curios and stuff.
Like, can I do perception to look for a weapons and armor shop, like a
Yeah,
blacksmith?
yeah. So
I'll do that.
finding the blacksmiths and everything is really hard in this town, because all of the blacksmiths have basically been put under martial law to work for Lord Gerhardt. He has them all on a project, and asking around, you quickly find out that getting blacksmiths to do any kind of work for like the townsfolk, like people aren't getting their horseshoes and their nails and fishing hooks and everything else that they rely on the blacksmiths to make. The blacksmiths haven't been able to make because Lord Gerhardt's got them all working day and night in the keeps on his own personal forges.
Oh,
Well,
Is there a store at least? That I don't know.
What are you looking for?
I'm just looking somewhere to buy a weapon. That's really it. I don't
What-
even
And I'm
need
looking
customing
for-
it. It's just,
And Soggy's looking for a curio shop,
what is a curio shop? Don't understand what that means.
kind of like things of like odd trinkets and such, kind of like those things that benefit a warlock.
You're not gonna find that. We'll see what DMs.
So one thing at a time. the first thing is, what weapon are you looking for? Because depending on how specific it is going to be how difficult it is to find that. Because, like I said, the blacksmiths have all
It's just
been.
a greatsword.
Yeah, so a greatsword is actually a bit of a specific weapon. Daggers and all that may be a little bit easier to find. Certainly arrows, bolts, and all of that. But a greatsword, because that does require like a pretty talented blacksmith to make. None of the current blacksmiths shops and all of that are open, and nobody else has a greatsword for sale.
Okay.
I'm not trying to punish you unnecessarily, because I hear you loud and clear when you say that you want to redo your character. So like, I want to just give you a greatsword, but it's a specific
have a
line of
storyline.
yeah. There's
have a
something
storyline,
going
I get
on
that.
here, yeah. So like I gotta just follow how that goes in order to keep giving you guys the adventure hooks,
Right.
Do you think I'm able to find a shop that sells the items I'm looking for?
Okay, so to next thing up, the curios. So you're not gonna find like a magic shop. You'll find like
Of
weird.
course.
You're gonna find like weird things, but not like magical ingredients or anything like that.
I know, but something place with weird things that
Yeah, I mean, there's places that sell things like uh, goblin knuckle bones and things that they claim are like the quills of a manticore, and all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah.
any of them might hold something unique. Or should I make a perception check?
They
To see if
all claim it's unique.
Hmm.
So,
like-
like some of them have things that they're like, this is the fang of a drake, and these are the quills of
Yeah, so-
a manticore, and
Basically, if you've ever been to any coastal tourist trap,
Yeah, no, you
yes,
this
You
this
nailed
is
it.
this is a shark's tooth. That's odd. It looks like a human tooth. No, it's a shark's tooth. Really, I promise.
It's a
Yeah,
shark.
so-
Don't worry.
yes.
So
No,
Ah.
just
exactly.
a bunch of garbage, mislabeled, nothing of any real value. There's no needle in this haystack, folks.
Yeah.
Is that what we're shooting for?
Yeah, we're
any
That is
like
the general
how
sense.
about a medical place, like something that sells medicine?
this is a medieval society. And potions are magical as well, so you're not going to get those.
There's definitely
Yeah.
not medicine available. That is purely the purview of like the clerics and all of that, and so it's a lot like prescription stuff, to where like you can't just buy it. It's controlled.
So we have to go
Yes,
to
I'm
like a
just-
apothecary.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just trying to find some place that could possibly help the group.
Okay, so now holy water, wooden stakes, and a mirror. So wooden stakes, unless you're looking for something specific, like wood is wood. You guys have knives. Stakes are easy to, like you can get wooden stakes. That's not a problem. A mirror, you would need to go to like some of the cosmetic beauty shop type areas in order to find a mirror, and it's probably going to be pricey because with Lady Belladonna in town, the fashion market has experienced skyrocketing prices. Because she demands only the very best, and so it's just kind of driving high society into a frenzy. So that you can get, but it's going to cost you. Holy water, well, I mean, you can ask around and somebody can sell you what they will tell you is holy water, but you won't really know if it's holy water until, you know,
The moment.
the moment of truth arrives.
I'm
Oh,
pretty
okay.
sure Nicholas can actually make it, can he?
Oh, wait, I got deception, though. I can do deception checks to see if they're lying there, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah,
it's the same as like playing Texas Hold'em. Like, you can think you know whether they're bluffing or not.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
You know, whatever read you get isn't necessarily the truth until the cards are turned over.
Yeah, I got you. Because someone could technically believe that it's holy water as well, but, you know.
Right, right. They're not necessarily lying.
Then I would definitely like to go to the cosmetic shops if there's any.
All right. So
And I'd like to buy some arrows when we get a chance.
So in order to make this simple, this is the way it goes. You guys can buy anything out of the normal items lists aside from anything that would require a blacksmith. Anything for a blacksmith, ask me about, and I'll tell you whether it's available or not. The mirror, whatever price is listed, multiply it by 3.
All right, sounds good.
So, can characters share the list?
Yeah.
Just go to the compendium and it has it there.
Yeah, so any of the normal stuff, no magical stuff.
So I see there's a steel mirror, but it doesn't give a price. I'm on the compendium on Roll20.
It doesn't actually show a price, so you find the item and then Google it.
Okay,
With 5D attached. If I get a blanket, will I not have would I not have exhaustion after that? In a sense, when I go to
Yeah,
long rest?
you need an extra blanket there, princess.
So I found that it's only 15 gold. I mean, I've already multiplied, so it's 5 gold by itself, and multiplied by 3 is 15.
Yeah. And the only reason for that
So what do I
is
look up?
Oh, just 1 second. And the only reason for that, Tristan, is because you have been very specific about how picky your character is about all that. And so I want to put an actual mechanical effect into the game for it, just to really make sure that we're hammering home the point that this is not just like a choice that you're making, that your character really has lived such a privileged, pampered life that you're exhausted. You've got disadvantage on all your ability checks because you didn't get a proper night's rest. And so you either need to get a proper night's rest or you need to, go pick up what you need to. So yeah, you can go buy an extra blanket. And as long as you have that extra padding, I'm sorry, not extra blanket, extra bed roll. It's a whole extra, like sleeping bag and pillow and everything.
Oh, okay.
We got a Tristan and the P situation going on here.
Okay. So, Nicholas,
Yeah, now what was the
in
next
general-
question?
Sorry, what was the next question?
Yeah, there was somebody wanted something else, so I want to just make sure we get
I was
through
gonna
all
go
this.
for arrows.
I was going to ask where the normal list, the normal item list. How do I look that in the compendium?
Just under equipment, under the eye. So you click on the eye and then items.
I put a link on Discord. It's a searchable equipment list on D&D Beyond.
Okay.
Some of those
So-
prices might need to be adjusted from, based on, can you buy antitoxin? Maybe not around here. But for a steel mirror, if I do a search just for mirror on that link, steel mirror normally would be 5 gold pieces. That would be considered a high-end durable deal.
That's base.
5 gold pieces is a bit much. Wow.
Yeah.
So DM, 5 gold pieces, that's going to be like a treasure to these people.
Yeah, it's a luxury item.
Yeah. And made even more so by the fact that now Lady Belladonna is driving up the prices.
Right. So finding a blanket, that's easy. Finding a mirror, oof.
Can I get a shield? Just a regular plain shield.
You can get a wooden shield,
Yeah, a wooden shield.
not a steel shield. And arrows, like I said, you can still get arrows right now. But the nice steel-headed arrows are a little bit more in demand. So you'll have to settle
Can
for.
I buy a steed?
Hold on. You'll have to settle for lesser copper headed arrows because it doesn't take a very a very skilled blacksmith to work with copper as much as with like iron and steel.
All right.
All right, now horses are available for sale in this town. However, again, because all of the best horses are being bought up by the high society because Lady Belladonna is driving everyone to like try and live up to her high standards. All of the best horses have already been bought or are only for sale at ridiculous prices. And so any horse you buy is actually going to be lame. Not lame as in like lame the slang word, but like lame literally the horse is lame. So it's slowed. Half movement.
All right.
And half carrying capacity.
Ooh. Can I get a hooded lantern?
Yeah, any normal item. Any normal item that's for sale on there you can get.
Well, my character is going to get an hourglass and a hooded lantern.
Yep. So just go ahead and subtract the gold from that and add that to your inventory list. Make sure you add the weight to update your encumbrance, and yeah, then you're good to go. Oh my God, Nicholas shrank.
Yeah. I took my token off and put him back. Yeah, sorry about the shrinkage.
Shrinkage is real. It was cold.
Shrinkage. you went through that. You went through the
How
dryer
do
the
I
wrong
buy
way?
We have fun.
Any other? We've talked about arrows. I think arrows would probably be something someone could find fairly easily.
Yeah, you said you were saying copper arrows.
Yeah, so arrows.
It costs 25
no
gold.
silver tips, I'm sure. A shield, a simple shield, some blankets. No great swords, unfortunately. Wooden stakes. We could,
No cost.
slap a kid, take his wood, take his broomstick or whatever.
Slap a kid, dang.
Well,
Straight up.
the tone of this city is, we'll see some kid on his scooter. We're gonna kick him off his scooter and grab his scooter and break it in half in front of him. So we have wooden stakes.
Excuse
The
me.
general mood here. Is there anything else? Are there any other
So
related
25
items?
gold pieces for the hour.
Okay.
25 gold pieces for the what?
Hourglass.
Hourglass. Okay.
That's
Okay.
a luxury item.
Yeah.
And 5 gold pieces for the hood.
Sounds right.
Okay.
All right.
So where's the gold on my character sheet?
It should be inventory.
Yep, that's in inventory.
And you should have about 400 in there, something like that.
I only see 0.
You need
But
to add it on.
Yeah, that's up to you to add it manually. So whatever you may have started off with in the game, you probably had some copper pieces scattered about. And
No,
then we
he's
collected...
got 400. It's right there. Gold pieces, 400.
Okay.
Okay, so 5 minus.
Hello?
What's up?
All right. So the arrows are just going to be costing normal price, right?
Yeah, no extra charge. But here's the rub on that, okay? Because they are the crappier copper arrows, you only get back half of the normal amount. So it says that you can recover half of your arrows,
Yeah.
so you only get back a quarter.
All right then. Well, it's like 1 gold for 20 arrows, so I can get
So
plenty.
can someone add the hourglass and the hooded lantern to my?
Yeah, no problem. I got that.
So if you guys want to do what I'm doing, where I'm like Tristan is handing over 10 pieces and all that, it's -ME and then whatever action you want to do to on the chat.
Okay.
Basically, this is all for records of how much gold I am and history of it. I'll be right back. Be right back.
So you said -ME, then what? That's what he said.
Just do /me and then just say hands over because /me is already your characters now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, what are the other characters' thoughts on Soggy's purchase of a lantern and a hour?
Why did you need these things, creature? That's my action.
Soggy holds up the lantern and says, "Light," and holds up the hourglass, "Time," and kind of like shows by kind of like shifting it downwards as it slowly drifts down for its.
Okay. We have torches. You know what? I don't need to speak to you. Thing.
It was a good thought there, Soggy.
Yes, it works. That's good.
Alrighty.
Okay. Is that everything for everybody?
Any other shopping needs?
Yeah. Anyone need getting studded leather armors and things like that?
Yeah, because I'm going to go for a manicure in a minute. I need to know if you know. You guys are-
No, you're not.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's Tristan. That's you. You're going to go for a manicure.
Oh yeah, exactly. No, if we're doing role play, it's we have what we need.
I could go first. Actually, no, never mind.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. I don't
So
think.
I was trying to look for some weapons before, but it seems like every single blacksmith or metal worker, anything, the Lord is taking him for a project. I hear. I wasn't able to find anything else about it. It's another thing that we need to
Try to get horse, but no good horse. All late.
Could I see about asking around about the Lady Belladonna and Count Maxius? See what I can learn there.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and have you roll investigation to
Investigation. Okay.
see what you can find out about them.
It's if
Alright,
I didn't
let's
know any
see.
better, it sounded like they're preparing for an army or something. Good horses for cavalry, metal and armor, weapons. It's
All right, that's my roll for it. 17.
You just might be onto something. So,
Tristan, you're paranoid. What would they invade?
the closest, most richest area would be our city, I guess, but that's it.
Einjamin laughs. That would be suicide for anyone. You know that.
That's why I'm saying it doesn't sound right at all. It's strange. Elwyn is lost in thought, looking at the sky, I guess.
So
I was asking around, trying to find out what I can.
yeah. So as you start to ask around, what you're able to find out is that after Lord Gerhardt came of age and married Lady Belladonna, they started buying up all of the horses. And now the horses that are around and available are all, lame and crippled and horses that they don't want. They also then began conscripting all of the blacksmiths and taking them away to the keep, and bit by bit all of the fine metalwork and everything went away. And this is a fishing community, so you might think, oh, what do blacksmiths have to do with fishing? Well, pretty much everything, because from anchors to pulleys to everything else that you need for nets and putting boats together and all of that, like, these are all things that blacksmiths make. And so this community has been greatly impacted by all of the blacksmiths going away. On top of
All
that,
the greed.
yeah, on top of that, ever since this happened and the fishing production went down, not only has the readily available source of food been less productive, but all of the food stores and trade that they had with their other neighbors has been reduced, because now that they're married to the princess of Carpathia, they're allied with the Carpathians. The Carpathians are pretty much universally hated by everybody else around here, but they have one of the strongest armies. And now Lakeshore is allied with them, and whereas Lakeshore used to trade with everybody, now they have taken more of an isolationist, aggressive stance towards everyone, and so the trade has been greatly reduced. And on top of all of the rest of that, there have been all kinds of refugees flooding into the city that are fleeing from nearby areas that are claiming that bandits have set upon their small farming villages, and so they've come to Lakeshore for protection, because these roving bands, these armies, come in and just take all the food, do other unspeakable things. They're a invading army basically, but they're not there to stay. They're like raiders almost. And so they come in and slaughter and steal all the food and everything. And so these refugees have all been pouring into the village, into Lakeshore for protection, and there's already not enough food. And now there has been a bunch of diseases that have been plaguing everybody on top of all of that. And the whole time, Lord Gerhardt and Lady Belladonna have stayed in their mansion, never coming out during the day, and throwing wild, extravagant parties at night for their rich aristocratic friends, and all of the nice things have shot up in price because it's being bought up by the rest of the wealthy people trying to impress Lady Belladonna, and the poor are left with rotten food, raggedy, moldy clothes, and it's getting real bad.
All right then. Well, I'm gonna come back and just tell that to everyone else.
Holy shit, that's a lot of info.
I did
Like-
a lot of it. Did a lot of
Like, did you just talk to like everybody, or it's like just one person who wouldn't stop
It's a bit of both.
Yeah, he got a couple pieces of information from some people, and then like just one old lady who was just so happy to have somebody to talk to that she told him like her whole life story.
She was very kind, by the way.
Oh, I'm sure. Should we?
As he says this, you notice a bit of pink lipstick on his cheek.
Okay.
Nice one.
Okay, that was exposition. Holy shit. I turned to Nicholas. Well, that seems to be pretty straightforward now. I'm not sure how many more
lady.
how many more context clues do we need to, decide what to do.
I'm on board to take down the Lord and Lady, or at least
Lordy.
talk with them first.
I've been meeting with my advisors, and we definitely agree that this area is ripe for regime change.
We're taking over?
That was very eloquent there, DM. You could have just said, "Don't be stupid. We're
Yeah.
better than you." Yeah. So, on the topic of stupidity, there's no one in this town that's going to help us. We're getting our butts kicked by the lower entry, the mini bosses. Let's by all means march up to the mansion.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel suicidal.
It's to clarify, DM, you said the keep, and then you said the manor or the mansion. It's two separate places.
Oh, for sure. His manor is where he lives. The keep is where the army lives.
Okay, and the blacksmiths are at the keep itself. Or at least that's what we've been told.
Yes.
And all the horses most likely have been bought there. Nicholas, do you think we need to scout this possible keep? They have everything, every blacksmith working there, every strong horse.
The only challenge is if every able-bodied person is already in the keep, but the Lord and the Lady are in the mansion. The longer we don't attack, the more likely it is that all of those able bodies will be alerted to us. We've already slain a vampire spawn. We've already conquered the hero of legend. Any longer, and they will have even more time to prepare for us. I think we should immediately go to the mansion now.
Oh, he wasn't kidding. He really is feeling suicidal. Okay.
Is this a place though?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but everywhere we've turned, the only help we're getting is from outsiders. The only help we're getting is from a kobold, and some characters that are from out of the town. Everybody hates us. Everybody's mean. Every single person we've encountered has been an outright asshole to us.
We've been robbed multiple times.
We've been robbed at least twice, maybe more that we don't know of. There's no divine magic.
Pockets.
There's no spell casting magic.
There's no church at all.
There's
There is
going to a keep where there's a church.
There is a church. Yes. You remember, you guys were asking
church
about
of
it,
what?
and were told that you couldn't miss it. It's in this world, most of the churches are like Norse churches, to where it's not about any one god. It's about celebrating the gods.
Well, in that case, let's go to the church.
Yeah, let's go to the goddamn church.
Let's pray.
All right,
Pray
then.
for
Is that a
survival.
pun, Jeff?
Yes, exactly. But it's
Let's go to church. Hey, as the song goes, take me to church.
I'll defer to the group on this one. Let's go.
Let's go.
what is our knowledge
Let's
on
go.
what's the knowledge on churches? You said it was kind of Norse-like, but is it actually organized, or is it like
Okay,
do we know?
so the way that it works is that there will be different like branches of the clerics, and each of them will specialize in like a different field. So you'll have like your medical clerics, and you'll have like your historical clerics, and you'll have like your research and development clerics, and they really fill a role sort of like the maesters from Game of Thrones, to where they're responsible for a lot of the knowledge when it comes to like architecture and even sponsors of like the arts and things like that, analogs to real world churches and all of that, to where they're sponsors of the arts and all of that. But yeah, so oh God, don't point him out. Tom just pointed out a really sketchy guy. it's gonna set Einjamin and Tristan off until they're forced to minority report him again. But each of the different branches of the clerics in the church tend to focus on different gods based on what their particular field is, but all of the clerics are knowledgeable of all of the gods, both good and evil. And believe that like all of the gods should be like respected, like Rome is a perfect analog for how the gods are dealt with. You worship all of the gods, you respect all of the gods, but you pray to the god that is the god of what you're trying to deal with. You pray to Janus for good commerce. You pray to what's her name for a good harvest, Demeter. You pray to Demeter for a good harvest. I was going to be so disappointed in myself if I didn't remember that.
Okay, so the main takeaway I'm hearing from this is that anything basically intellectual, architectural, mathematics, things like that, it's basically they're in the priesthood. So there's no guilds or anything like that. Like, it sounds.
Well, like the guilds are the different branches of the clerics, basically.
So if some random person says, "Oh, I want to be apprentice to build a house," they have to train religiously before they can do that.
Well, yeah, but not like don't think of it like everybody who's a builder is a cleric. Like that's a default umbrella
that's
term.
A foreman is a cleric then.
Right.
Like the foreman is the cleric.
But that doesn't mean that like he's an actual cleric. It just means he falls under the umbrella of the church.
So now the church is controlling basically all mathematics, industry, and sciences.
If you want to look at it that way. I mean, Nicholas was trained everywhere? In the church as well. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Nicholas was trained in the church. When he left the academy, he went and was trained in the church. So, like, yeah.
Paladin.
Not this church.
Not this one.
Yeah, right. Let's go to the church.
Yeah, let's go to the church. Let's get out of the streets. We don't want to We'll could be looking around.
Okay, so
no idea where the church is.
So just so that we're clear on this, what are you looking for from the church? Because right now, there's not really anything set up for an encounter at the church, but we can definitely handle whatever you guys need.
Okay, so
I want an encounter at the church.
Well, my thinking, but my thinking was, if there's anybody anywhere can do anything about it, it will be people of the church. They seem to be the most powerful people aside from the lords, because they they have everybody else.
And
go ahead.
And Soggy's gonna kind of like check around for any clues.
Okay, like, do you mean in general or some
in general in the church.
Okay. Okay. So once we get to the church, let's just do this theater of the mind style for now. You guys arrive at a large courtyard of a huge stone church. There are various clerics and other, church people milling about. Who does what? Like what's your approach like here?
Tristan turns to Nicholas. So, I know this is going to be strange, but this Belladonna and their family's been here a while. If anybody was going to oppose them, it'll be the church. But do you think they might have subverted them too? It seems like they got everything under control. Nicholas?
I think we should just engage with someone in the church.
Okay. Do you want to check them?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking is, who is the person going up and talking
You know
to
what?
them?
Yeah, I'm going to
I can
as
do
we're
that.
going to walk in there, I'm going to use a divine sense where we're inside the foyer of the church. Basically, I'm going to use divine sense. It doesn't. That's interesting. So, do I smell anything weird?
No,
Good or bad?
neither.
Okay, well,
And
I look
I'm
back
gonna
at everyone
try
after
and do a
concentrating.
perception check to see if there's anything that might hint to that.
Yeah, hold on.
Our...
We'll deal with that in just a second. Hold on.
Sorry, just
You're okay. Just hold on.
So after being lost in thought for a moment, I turn to everyone and I say,
Lads, I sense neither good nor evil in this building. There may be no one inside, or there simply may be no one that matters. But let us go in.
Yes.
So as you approach, there are guards in front of the door, but they're not like the city guards. They don't work for Lord Gerhardt. These are church guards, soldiers of the church, and they are wearing different armor emblazoned with the symbol of this city's church, which this is the White Stone Church, and it just is a giant depiction of their chapel up against a moonlit sky, and that's their symbol, and they are standing in front of there holding giant halberds, and as you approach, they kind of bristle and ask you to state your business.
To clarify, so this place is not consecrated ground at all.
He did not detect that.
no, I just said I couldn't detect any person that was either extremely good or extremely evil. Like as I said, there literally may be no one in there.
No, I
It
thought
may be empty.
no. This is divine sense. You can detect if it's consecrated
Right.
or not.
Right.
So it's not.
Correct.
Oh wow. Okay.
But I couldn't sense that it was desecrated.
Correct.
So it's just a blank spot. There's nothing there. It's just another building to my
Right.
senses.
Right. But yeah, exactly, Tom.
As Tristan moves up and he answers, we come to speak to the head of this church.
Okay. So, go ahead and roll a persuasion.
Ooh.
God damn it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So
wouldn't be with disadvantage. Why? Oh,
yeah,
I'm-
yeah,
I'm
yes, it
exhausted.
would.
oh, jeez.
He's grumpy. He's like, look, let me out of the way. Get out of our way. We're here to speak to the leader.
I'm going
Ah,
to
don't
try
say what
to
I'm
help
saying.
him.
No.
I'm going to try to help him. I'll step up and say,
I am a holy warrior in the service of Torm. I come to this church to worship and bring my friends with me in hopes that they too can see the holy light. If not, why else would we come to a church?
I'm going to try to assist so that maybe it removes the disadvantage. Or I could do my own persuasion.
Just do your own.
Yeah.
All right. Skills, persuasion, bing. Since I'm helping, do I get advantage or just normal? It
Nope.
cancels out anything?
Yeah, just normal.
Okay.
I would have it
12.
be disadvantage since Tristan had already kind of been rude, but we'll
Yeah, it was
just
a 6, not a 1.
yeah, we'll just call it even, you know. So you guys are going to be disappointed, but I swear to you that this is kind of how this is meant to play out right now. I just didn't have an encounter set up because I wasn't sure how quickly you guys would make it here. They tell you
That's good. No problem.
They-
I
they-
don't think any of us will mind theater of the mind. It's
yeah, they tell you
it's
that
the
the
line
church
between.
they tell you that the church is not open to visitors.
Is
And
can
why would that be, lads?
Because we're very busy and don't have time to let people
Oh,
come
I can see,
wandering
lads,
around.
all the people coming in and out of the doors under your guard. I can see so many people coming under your halberds.
I'm going to double down on Tristan's rudeness here.
I can see that you're so vaguely incompetent that you can't even spot that I'm a holy warrior. Tell me now that you're barring me from entry to a church, please.
I'm sorry,
And
but
that
if
would
you're
be an
not
intimidation check.
yeah, but if you're not here to help, like yeah, so you can go ahead and roll intimidation because like for sure you were, you know, giving them the business and kind of like I'm a sergeant.
24.
Listen here, private.
Absolutely, I am. That's what paladins do to regular guards.
So
Especially when they're playing in the way that I've rolled this character, which is arrogant, thinks he's better than everyone else. But I just hit a 24 on intimidation, so where do we go?
yeah, so you do intimidate him, but this is the thing about using your skills like this. Not everything works exactly how you envisioned it.
Man, I've been playing since like 1983.
Yeah.
If I'm
So-
not expecting them to suddenly say, "Okay, you can come in."
Right. So you
But what happens?
So you threaten him and it works. But instead of him just saying, "Here you go, come on in," he says, "Oh, I think it's about time you got out of here then." And he gets real nervous and like backs up to the door and starts nudging his buddy, and he's like, "I think you should tell them to leave while I go get the captain." And he goes and he runs inside.
Well, let's
Can I
Let's
roll
wait.
persuasion?
wait for the captain. Tom, jump in.
This is not going to turn out well.
Oh, I was just saying. I think we could just do like a. They don't have time for visitors, right? Why don't we just be benefactors? Like I do like a $200, 200 gold
Oh man.
donation to the church to say that we're benefactors.
Yeah, that's like $60,000 US.
Exactly. Cash money.
yeah.
You just dropping the dough.
Let's see what happens from here on. Let's.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I was gonna wait for the captain.
so the
Have the
Whoa,
coin
wait,
purse
wait.
ready.
the other guard lowers his halberd and says, "Move along."
All right, lad. I think we were going to be waiting for your. I mean, I'm already here.
Yeah, and
Certainly I'm fast.
he's not going to initiate combat with 6 of you there. So he waits. The other guard comes back with 3 more guards and the captain. So there are now 5 guards and a captain, so there's 6 on 6. And the captain motions for his men to calm down. Everybody, raise your pikes, stop brandishing them. And he has his men stand in 2 lines of 3. And he says, "What is going on? My guard here tells me that you lot are causing trouble and threatening him."
I give Nicholas a look.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't want to go all full yelling and screaming.
No, Nicholas, it's okay. I'll handle this.
No, out of game. I don't want to be yelling. Into
Oh,
the
okay.
mic.
No, don't use it.
But anybody who has a military background, just for the record, you don't suddenly get nice.
Yeah.
Just because a captain walks up. In fact, if it's a captain, in most things, that means it's a little snot-nosed, better than a lieutenant, but still a privileged fop. So I don't want to be yelling into the mic, but
Yeah.
not necessarily
Understood.
backing down.
Yep.
Yeah, not necessarily backing down. I acknowledge that he's a captain, and that means he's in charge, and he's got all his little boys with him, and that's cute. And we'd just like to understand, if they're representing the city and they're guarding a church, and we're trying to visit a church, what exactly is it that they're guarding here?
He tells you that the church is not open to visitors and that they are very busy right now and that they would love to receive you, but they are dealing with a crisis.
I'm gonna step forward now. You mind sharing what this crisis is? Maybe we can help in some way.
Why don't you go ahead and roll for persuasion to see if you can convince the captain to open up to you?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
High rollers. So you guys are fortunate enough to have a very convincing elf who is in disguise helping you, because the captain normally would not share this information, but Elwyn managed to persuade him just enough to where the captain says, "Right now we have sick pouring in every day. We are under quarantine. For your own health, please go away."
Understood.
Could we slightly more gently ask, who exactly is offering the help? Are they just taking people into bed, or
Well, I
do
mean,
they?
these are the healers and all that, so.
I haven't seen any healers. I've seen guards and a captain.
Well, right, yeah.
That's
But
what I'm asking.
they're-
Who
they're-
exactly is doing the aid?
the people in charge of the medicine. So, like, if you're in the middle of a hospital that is having a crisis, there's like an emergency going on, there might be some guards at the doors yet, but like the nurses and doctors are dealing with the crisis. So that's like kind of the situation that you find yourself in.
Mechanically, I don't think we're going to get any help.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at the captain and say,
I mean,
"That's understandable. We'll see about heading our own way now.
I mean, if we do like a quid pro quo situation where we help them out with their their disaster catastrophe, and then they help us out with the with the what's their name, Count Maximus and Belladonna, because they said this like church has no like inclination, so they can probably help us out with that, right?
Well,
I mean, we don't know that yet.
yeah, I mean, like it. What are you saying to the captain is like gonna
Can I just, as he's saying that,
yeah,
can I do an insight check? This is kind of what he's leading up to the same thing.
absolutely.
Can I do an insight check to see if the truth?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's try that. Because preparing for war is different than preparing for victims. 15.
Yeah. So as far as you can tell, he seems to genuinely be trying to warn you guys to stay away because they are dealing with some kind of sickness that is spreading and overwhelming their ability to treat it.
I think we've already been poisoned twice in this campaign, once by rats and once mysteriously something else. But mechanically, sorry, you were going to try to quid pro quo.
Yeah, I mean, would sending in funds, would that help them like get the aid they need to stop this, or would that not work?
Well, I mean, they're not gonna like turn away the
Turn down.
funds. Yeah, like, are you asking if they want money?
Yeah, to save them from this disaster. Hopefully we can like persuade them somehow.
Yeah,
He's delicately asking them if they're running low on funds, would a donation help, right? But he's
Yeah, but I mean,
diplomatically asking that. Do you want some cash?
yeah, but I mean, like, what answer would you expect other than like yes?
I mean, they would say yes. Yeah, that's the thing. I
Yeah.
don't know how how that would help. Yeah, never mind. We probably won't be able to find out.
I mean, I'm not trying to be, difficult about that. I'm just.
I know, definitely, I know. But it doesn't mean if we're trying to go for a quid pro quo situation, doesn't mean they have to respond, like, because that's a donation technically, so they shouldn't expect something in return. At least I shouldn't. In a way.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can definitely do whatever you want to do. I'm not telling you that. I'm just saying that, like, I would answer yes if you asked me if money would help, whether it would actually help or not.
You know what? If money allows us access to see what's happening in the church, what info do you guys think we can get as a group discussion?
The nature of this disease.
And then with that nature of the disease, if we know that, but would that help us with our war? With the
It might, yeah. So keep on inquiring. You're striking up a rapport. They're giving you some information. See if you can understand what the disease is. What's the sickness, the illness, the ailment.
So I talk to the guard and say, we don't really mind the diseases, but we're willing to help you out if we just see what's going on. We're willing to pay some money to help you guys out.
Listen, you guys seem like you're really trying to help, and we appreciate it. But you have never seen anything like this before. It spreads like wildfire, and once you have it, it kills you dead every time. We can't risk more people catching it and spreading it. It's like a fire grown out of control, and everybody who catches it just adds more kindling to it.
And I kind of like tug on one of my friends' clothing and whisper in their ear that, where did it start?
So, Tom would be the only one who would be short enough for you to whisper in their ear. So, yeah, you whisper that to Tom.
What did you whisper?
Yeah, I couldn't hear the whisper, but
I whispered where this disease
Well, where does the disease started? I wouldn't know myself. So you want me to ask him?
Yeah.
So do you guys know the origins of this said disease? I asked the guard.
Yeah, the captain says that they have no idea where the oranges of the disease came from.
Origin.
Yes, the oranges.
Okay. And Nicholas steps back into the conversation just a little bit nicely and says, "Lad, I'm touched by the divine. I've managed to heal people. There were diseases in the sewers. We've rescued people. We're not just random people. We're blessed. Could I speak to the leader of this church? Perhaps I myself could offer some assistance that you've not seen." I'm just gonna hold up the holy symbol, not trying to make a show of power or anything, just making the point. Hey, dude, I'm not a rando.
Yeah.
Blessed, healing.
Yeah.
Maybe they heard something from the other guards. Who knows?
So, roll persuasion one last time, this time with a +2 bonus for showing him your holy symbol. And for
Okay, I'm
and
just
for
gonna
telling him the
roll
story.
normal. Yeah, I'm gonna roll normal and then add 2 to whatever it is. Wow, that was terrible.
Yeah. So he says, if you come back in 2 days at this time, someone will receive you.
Nicholas, I think this is the best we're gonna get.
Yeah, this is probably the best result.
It's not too bad a result. Better than nothing.
What can we do within those 2 days then?
Let's move out of this walkway.
Yeah, I think we could probably be killed in our sleep by undead in 2 days.
We need to move.
We could
As we're
at
moving
least-
away, I guess. Yeah, I'm. If you guys are moving, I'm physically pushing you away because we're sticking out like a sore thumb around here.
Yeah.
Guys, I know this is disheartening to say the least, but with this family, this control they have over the town, and the church being swamped by the sick, we could try to. We can even look around, seeing if there's people that in the slums. Tom, I know you weren't that interested in the going-ons. I know the town is shit, yes,
Yes.
but maybe they know something. Maybe they started with one place. Maybe it started slums, or it started somewhere else.
Yeah, we should definitely start at the slums. I think I can talk my way through this.
Nicholas, it's I know. You're usually the people answer to you, but this is not home. This is not Caledonian. They are simple people.
Indeed.
Simple, shitty people.
Yeah, pretty much. This place sucks. This town sucks, and everyone sucks. So let's just go for an overview of everything that's happened. Not happened, but we can do things we know. The town is most likely led by vampires. They are basically crippling the town, building an army possibly from it seems like, getting the strongest horses, getting all the metal workers working, seems like 24/7 at the keep. There's refugees coming from outwards into the outlying villages, things like that. There's bandits all around. And now we are kind of looking for what to do. So I say look for the disease, possibly stem it, stop it from happening, or spreading at least. I don't know. It's tough to know what to do next.
Probably finding the origins is probably the most helpful.
Yeah, let's go and find info from the the slums. Is this just me or is it dark?
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
It is.
there it is.
This is the red.
Tom, you know the area?
Yeah, I know the area. Just follow me, boys. Right down here.
To make a note, I'm being very vigilant of my coin pouch when I'm here, because that's
So
our.
is Soggy.
Yeah, yeah. So, as you guys move through the streets and the narrow streets and alleys of the slums of Lakeshore, you see several, peasants milling about and going about their business.
So, Tom, is there a place that people usually congregate, like a square or even a tavern or something?
You see that guy over next to that barrel?
Yeah.
I think he would know something about what's going on.
If you say so, Tom.
And
It's
indeed,
your town.
that guy over there is one of the local idiots who is kind of a simpleton, but he's always around watching everything going on, and if you ask him what's been going on lately, he'll tell you.
All right. Hey,
Do
buddy.
you know him or something?
No, I don't know him. I just can tell.
He knows him peripherally, like it's not like his friend, but like everybody knows Ed the idiot.
I'll initiate this conversation right now. Hey, Eddie. Eddie. How's it going, buddy?
Oh, real good.
Real good?
Yeah.
You hear about that mad disease going on around here?
Oh yeah, everybody coughing up blood.
I know, crazy. Anything is there any place where it's really prevalent?
A problem?
Oh, where a place where a lot of people are, taking this in.
The church.
The church. Shit. Okay, shit. I'm not really good at role playing, guys.
Hey, Tom. Ask him. Do you know who was the first person who got sick?
Do you know the first person who got sick?
That's way too complex of a question for him. He has no idea what you're talking about.
Do you know when all this started? This sickness.
Oh yeah, 3 weeks.
3 weeks. So you guys have been around here, right? I'm talking to group now.
Okay.
No.
First thing I want to ask is actually I want to ask you, Tom,
Yeah.
as your character. Tom, I know the people are at the church now, trying to get treated, but is there like a apothecary or somebody that you usually go to first? Maybe they were visited by the first people who got sick.
Not from my knowledge.
I'm just gonna walk to a random stranger.
Yeah. I don't think I'm doing too well over here.
What does this guy look like? This scruffy person.
As you are approaching the next person, you see a small boy chasing after a puppy
God.
that you recognize.
If they fall into goddamn, is that? I turn to Nick. Oh no, he's not here. I'm gonna go and catch a dog. What do I have to roll for that?
Athletics.
Okay. Disadvantage.
Fun stuff for you.
That's at 11. Uh,
Puppies are really fast.
Tristan goes to grab that dog, and as he lunges down, he trips and face plants onto the dirt and grime of the road
It looked like,
like a fool.
You hear a little boy say, "Hey, leave my puppy alone!"
Is this the same boy?
You don't recognize it as the same little boy.
But it's the same dog.
It is the same dog. You recognize it as the same dog.
Nicholas, catch a dog! I shout.
Soggy is also gonna try and catch the puppy.
Remember that child? He's one. That's the same dog.
Okay, so since Soggy's helping me to block, hopefully I'm going to try to roll athletics with advantage. I'm gonna
Yep.
ask,
And how
what
do
you
I
think?
assist?
You
By
just
assisting.
declare. Yep, you just declare that you're assisting.
oh, you roll a 24 and a 26. That puppy ain't
Perfect,
getting through.
Nicholas. As
So the
always.
dog practically leaps into my arms.
Yeah.
Very
By the
difficult
loving,
at all, guys.
holy radiance that you project, yes.
Dogs know things people don't. They have senses, you know?
Ooh.
Also, catching a puppy isn't that hard.
I disagree. Wholeheartedly.
Tristan is just not very good at it at the moment.
Yeah. Okay, so the little boy says, "Hey, put my puppy down. What are you doing?" And this guy turns and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing with that kid's dog? Put that down."
Tristan goes up. It's okay. We know this dog. It used to belong to a different child, and we were actually wondering where he was. He seemed sick last time we saw him.
This guy
It's not gonna
sees
turn out well.
this guy sees several well-armed and armored men, and he's just like, "You know what? This ain't my business. Whatever."
And just leave. Yes. I am not going to talk anymore. Because I'm disadvantaged in everything I do. Nicholas talked to the kid, and he slinks into the shadow and sulks quite a bit.
So I'm holding the dog and I asked the, what's going on there, kid? Why is the dog running? How's it shaking?
The dog's running because it's a dog, and I want my puppy back.
I ask if he knows if there's any other kids that would claim the dog, because we thought that this dog was somebody else. Being nice and not being.
Oh, you knew Dax?
No. Knew him?
Well, we did help a young boy. Wasn't his name Dax out of the stairs? Did something happen to the boy?
Yeah, Dax went to the church.
That is unfortunate.
So he's just sick and not.
He said I should take care of his puppy for him.
Do you
Well-
know where his mother is?
She went to the church too. Are you asking?
I'll answer him through chat.
Yeah, I was just mentioning it. I asked them.
Oh, you were asking like the meta question of if
Yeah,
they
just
knew.
the meta.
Yeah.
You guys keep talking. I'm just gonna type it out to him.
I asked the kid his name and why did Dax go to the church?
My name's Peter. Dax went to the church because he got sick.
sick, I kind of like peek over, kind of like behind Nicholas.
The kid seems really intrigued by what is talking to him. Like, what are you?
And like a small yip.
Yeah,
Why was him?
Oh, Peter, have you met Saki? He's kind of like our.
Oh
off.
no, I haven't met him. What is he?
Well, he's a combination of a dog and an adventurer. He's really quite nice.
This makes Peter smile.
Oh no.
So
Why?
Peter. Oh, sorry.
One
go
of
ahead.
the things that Soggy loves to do is to give out shinies. Don't you, Soggy?
That's the opposite of what Soggy loves.
The exact opposite.
Oh, come on now. Let Soggy answer.
Yeah. He has no issue with sharing, as I checked.
I like puddles.
Oh,
He kind of like is nervous and doesn't know what to say, so he just yells the first thing that comes to mind.
Peter says, I like puddles too.
That is good. They are nice and wet.
After Dax got sick, he said he didn't like puddles anymore.
Oh yeah, I can understand. Peter, young Peter, did Dax go anywhere before he went to the church, like some wise woman with medical herbs? Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
He just went and stayed in the basement.
Sorry, the basement? Where is that?
The
Like his home?
The basement is where the people without any money sleep.
Oh, I turned to Tom. Like, is that right? Is it some kind of big house or something?
Oh yeah.
You're 100% right.
Yeah, Tom is very familiar with like the shelter housing set up around here, and you know, as more and more people flooded in, even the worst slum housing became like overpriced for some of them, and so now a lot of them will huddle in the basements of like the warehouses and everything.
Could that
Maybe-
be the possible origin of this disease?
I was getting ready to say that myself, Soggy.
I'm not sure. I turned to Nicholas. When Dax fell into the sewer, I don't think he was sick, was he? It seems like he got sick after.
He seemed to be playing and having a good time and running around and.
Don't tell me we have to go back there. Is that where it came from?
Well, Enjamin also got sick. Enjamin, if only you could tell us, but you're strangely mute about your sickness.
He's strange.
Perhaps,
Strange.
DM, you could tell us if Enjamin would like to volunteer anything about being sick, if that was totally unrelated.
Einjamin is not sure how he got sick, but
Fair enough. Okay.
I can tell you guys that it was from him carrying the child, and the child was bleeding, and just a whole bunch of ways that he could have contracted it from the child.
Okay.
I just meant out of character. If Enjamin was suffering some other affliction totally unrelated, then he could give us assurance that no. I'm just a weakling.
No,
He could,
no, he definitely got real sick real fast from some unknown source.
Okay, well, there we go. And Tristan sure is nice. Tristan made a rope
a lead, a leash.
Yeah, it
That's really
seems
sweet.
like it's safer this way. Not like last time.
Otherwise, child chasing dog is gonna become he killed Kenny.
Yeah.
it's ugh.
So Peter is very thankful. He says, "Oh, thank you so much." And now he starts training his puppy how to walk on the leash.
I go to Nicholas once he's gone. I think it might have started in the sewers. The slums, this is not a very, how do you say it, hygienic area. I remember from what they told the outlet to the sewers is actually pretty close to here, so maybe it's in the sewer, something down there is causing the sickness and it's spread down here as well.
Yes, but if it's this woman and this man that are propagating this disease, disease is disease. It's not like killing patient 0 will heal them all.
No, but there's some kind of cause. Our mandate to spread our goodness, in a sense, from Caledonia to the area, helping those who need help, and this is one of them. I don't think we can take on the Lord, as you say, and their extended family, but we can at least help these people not get more sick, get them healthy, and the church, if we solve this for the church, they may be able to help us in our problem with this.
Yeah, so just to jump in as the DM here real quick, you guys are both correct. When it comes down to it, a disease like this does not have a mini boss or anything that you can defeat and the disease just goes away. But also, if there is something actively, spreading the disease, eliminating it will help at least, stop the bleeding.
It's just Nicholas. I'm not sure what else we could do. You guys, like Elwin, you scouted around. Tom, you lived here. Soggy, you're soggy. I'm open for ideas. I'm stumped myself, both as a player and as a character.
If you guys are stuck ever, just to let you know, all you have to do is say, DM, we're a little stuck. What should we do? And I will definitely at least give you some options.
We have options. I think that's the thing as well.
DM, I feel like we're being herded, but we can't figure out where it is we're being herded to.
I think you
mean,
only
just
feel
remove
that.
It's not like railroading.
Point us to where we should be. Give us a hint.
I think you only feel that way because like the one thing you really wanted to do was blocked off right now. I assure you that there are several paths.
The only reason I wanted to do that one thing is because I already felt like I wasn't seeing where we were being herded to.
Okay. Well,
so I felt that way before I wanted that one thing. So it's not post that. It's before that.
Okay, so
let's just be crazy then.
Yeah, just that we're clear. Like there are several plot hooks that I'm dangling in the water, as well as like you guys can just say, well, screw this whole town.
I honestly think we should go to the basement. Because that's our best place to go.
There is adventure awaiting you in the sewers, the basement, the crypts. Where would you like to go?
I vote the basement.
Basement?
Let's get to that basement.
Basement sounds good place.
Okay, so here's how we're gonna do this. This map is set up like this. Now you guys are on.
I don't know what that means. Nothing really changed. It got brighter, but I could still only see shards of light. Was I supposed to see something other than shards of light?
Yeah, hold on. Oh yeah. So oh wait, why do you have your vision set like that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Mine's way too high.
There you go. And who else has their vision not set right?
So I can see behind me a bunch, and then shards in front.
Yeah.
I can see like one lane behind me.
Yeah. So now I have the first floor. Before there were roofs on all of the buildings, and now you can see the first floor, but I'm just making sure that I have everybody's vision set correctly. Everybody should be
Yeah,
able to
give
see
me a sec.
360 degrees.
Give me a sec, and I will actually post what I'm seeing. Just let me make it so that it's not ridiculously huge.
Oh no, I can see what you're seeing. All I have to do is
Sure,
click.
because I can't see much.
Yeah, all I have to do is click on your token and click Control L. And now I can see everything that your token can see, which is everything going up this street, and then like a sliver of light showing you part of the building right here. And then you can see part of the flooring right here, which before
Yeah.
it should have looked like this. Hold on. So yeah, see there's like a roof right there right now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
And then now when I click to the back, that's a
Okay.
floor, so you can enter that building right there.
Okay. See, before I couldn't tell that was a roof. Really, I couldn't.
Right. Yeah, I know. The angle was messed up and all that. I'm working on getting the field of vision perfect so that you guys can really see everything the way that I want you to, but it's okay for now.
So I looked at Tom. Where is this basement?
Right this way.
Yep, right in the building. So if you go inside the building, you'll see two big stairs going down either direction. Everybody just heads down there and pulls up a spot to sleep.
And the bottom looks like it's just dirt ground. Nothing much.
Yeah.
It seems like if we do want to talk to somebody at the basement, we're gonna have to wait at night when they all come back.
Soggy's gonna do some clue searching.
Yep, roll for investigation as you search around this warehouse. As Soggy goes off to start searching around for clues, as he calls them, he goes over by some of the barrels over here, and all of a sudden you hear him start to yip.
Yep! Look! Found something! Found something!
I'll just
Goddamn
know
it.
something you want to find.
Wait. I'm looking at my patron abilities, and it looks like I can speak to beasts. Am I right?
You can. And that's what I meant was you're yipping at the giant rat and telling it that you're not going to eat it and that it shouldn't try to eat you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nicholas, what is this creature doing? Trying to talk with that rat?
I don't know. Ask the creature.
Soggy, what are you doing? Are you trying to speak with it?
Yes, talk with rat thing. And I kind of keep yipping and kind of like ask about kind of like possible clues I anything about the whole disease?
I turn to Soggy. If you can speak to it, it doesn't look like one of the sick rats. Ask if he knows about those diseased ones.
And so I do.
The rat tells you that many of its fellow rats are getting sick and dying. But that this city has lots of food and they're all eating.
Um, I don't want to take over the interrogation, but do you know why they're sick? Like, ask him that.
Why is these rats sick?
The rat squeaks back at you, and its chittering noise you interpret to mean that the rat doesn't know, but that everybody from the sewers got sick.
That sounds like a thing we need to check out then. Going back to go into the sewers then.
I'm like, what? You're gonna who?
Going
Nicholas-
to the sewers.
Oh, he's like, yep, that's enough of this rat's nonsense.
It was literally, I was just my token,
Whoops!
and it clicked on that. I wasn't even sure how it clicked on that.
Okay.
Oh gosh. He's totally destroying that rat.
Sorry, guys.
You shut your rat face.
I'm not sure what else I can ask for it. That hard. I don't know where else could it be. This disease. Every rat's gone in there has been diseased, I think. We fought a bunch as well. There were swarms of them. It's not going to be easy.
Uh-oh.
Well, let's go to the sewers.
Yep. I have no problem going there.
Well, let's go.
Okay, so now you're not going to the basement, you're going to the
Yeah, I was
sewers.
gonna say.
I thought
think we were
this
doing
was the basement.
No, I thought the basement was going down these.
No, the basement's down these stairs.
Okay, then
This
let's check it out
is
first.
this is the warehouse floor right here.
Okay, let's check the
Yeah,
basement before
we're
we
here.
get to the
We'll,
sewers. Let's
we'll continue checking out the basement. Yes.
Okay,
I will roll a investigation for the basement. How about that?
just that we're clear, you can go wherever you want. You want to go back to the sewers, we can
No,
do
I
that.
think we're just here. We'll do it anyways, just to be sure.
Yeah.
We'll be thorough. And I'll roll. Do we have to go down something, or are we ready there?
I'll get you there.
Oh. Oh. Do I see what I see? And I see a swarm of rats.
Oh yeah, you see everything you see.
Soggy, get over here. There's a swarm of rats. Try to calm them down so they don't attack us.
I do just.
Okay. So, you ever try talking to like 10 to 15 people at once?
Like talking to over a crowd.
Yeah. Well, this is
Talking
like
to a-
this is like 10 times that.
Oh gosh. Oh, I guess we're rolling up initiative.
I
Oh.
guess they don't want to talk.
Well, he got their attention, so. And yeah, no, they're not interested in talking. What they're interested in is, are you guys food?
Oh.
Soggy, answer no.
No, 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 no.
I don't think it's working, Soggy.
I'm going to try and scare them away with some kind of like trying to intimidate.
Okay, go ahead. Roll intimidation.
That didn't work.
No, it
Did
did
it?
not. No, no.
Saki, after just trying to, he just like
Yep, that fits.
What bonuses can I do? Does torches really affect rats?
Well, I mean, they don't love them.
Okay. I'll just shoot into them then. My crossbow. Do I get an advantage here or?
Advantage?
No. You
No.
just straight roll. You don't get sneak either.
All right, so you hit the swarm of rats, but it doesn't do much other than pin one rat to the floor. Yep. So you are doing what? The hide? Yep. That's what I figured. Okay. So you duck behind this pillar quick and are completely hidden.
All right. I'm gonna move up here just to get us a bit of a better angle.
Oh, oh, I am so sorry. I forgot to do this. Ah, that's better.
Ah, it's dark. Okay.
All right then. I'm gonna just use my.
and don't I have dark vision?
Hold on.
Okay.
Not you, Elwin. You go ahead and take your
Oh.
attack. Yeah, you do have dark vision. You should be able to see still.
As does Elwin.
Yeah. All right. So you have critically failed on your attack. Now, I am not
Ouch.
one of those dungeon masters who like breaks your bowstring and all of that every time that you roll a 1. But something typically does happen. And in this instance, what that something is you had everything held just a little bit wrong, and so you snap the string across your arm, dealing 1 damage to yourself.
1 point of damage.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, and that's gonna end my turn.
I will move up in front, and then I'll hold my action that the swarm comes at me. I will strike it.
Okay.
And I will end my turn now.
Well, the swarm does indeed charge at you guys. With your hand axe?
I'm using a shield as well, shield and hand axe.
Ah, got you. Yep, got you. Okay, so you slash at the rats, killing one of them.
All right. Hey, Nicholas, do you still have your longsword?
I do.
I'll ask for you about that next time, while we're not fighting to our lives.
Indeed.
Yay. I totally forgot you had one too. That's a miss.
Einjamin is like, I got this, guys. And he lights a torch. There, I helped.
Benjamin, you fool.
Yeah, I can't actually. Okay, I see the swarm. Yeah, let's run forward. Do. Forward. And attack. Yay.
Now they are
Whack.
kind of swarming all over Tristan again, so remember that if you miss, you could strike Tristan.
Doesn't matter, kill it. Tristan shouts.
Happy to hear you say that.
And luckily, even with the bonus to armor class from being in Tristan's space, you still hit it, dealing 10 damage. But that unfortunately is halved due to it being a swarm. However, you
Okay,
have
and I-
killed about half of the rats.
Yeah, but I moved and I swung, so that's it for.
Soggy.
Sucker.
Suck it.
Soggy is going to kind of like try and throw his boomerang at the rats.
All right. And once again, same rule applies of if you miss, you could hit Tristan. But you don't miss. Look at that. Soggy's real good with the boomerang. Smacking the rats and knocking another one off of Tristan.
I'll just skip my turn because I don't want to shoot anyone by accident.
So you have advantage, and you got your sneak attack as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I shoot some in hiding. I guess I do have a really high chance to hit it. Never mind. I'll use my bow again.
That way, when he shoots you, it'll be on purpose.
And it will be extra time, like extra damage too.
No.
You forgot your sneak.
Okay.
No, it goes at the end. It's a separate thing. Once you hit,
Oh.
then you deal the sneak attack damage. So yeah. See? It's its own little thing.
Oh.
Wow. 18 points of damage. That's halved down to 9, which still puts them at -1.
Nice.
I just imagine a kebab of rats. Nice and neat.
Yeah, I like that image. He shoots the arrow, pinning the last 3 rats into a rat kebab.
Tristan picks it up, walks over to Soggy. This you things eat these, right? And I hand it over to him.
Yeah, those might be poisoned.
I think,
Whatever.
since it's a boomerang, it comes back. Just
Yes,
how-
yes, the boomerang comes back. Yes.
okay. What did the rats leave anything behind?
Rat bodies?
But can I make a investigation check to check for any clues in this?
Sure. All right. So Soggy begins looking around some more in this area, and as he comes forward, he spots a giant swarm of rats in the corner.
Oh, no.
Gosh darn it.
Was this even worth coming down here?
Soggy, We'll see.
Rats.
Get back here, Soggy. There's more of them I seem to, right? Yep, I do.
I do that. So.
Are we staying in the same initiative, or?
Nope. Let me go ahead and stop that, and we will begin a new initiative. You may roll initiative.
Okay, and can you hit for Ingemin, please?
Yes, of course.
If he's paying attention and not just.
Oh, he's barely paying attention. He's just.
Are you talking about me?
He's,
No,
no,
Ingemin.
Ingemin. He's tricking
However.
himself off, being how clever he is of lighting a torch. It's kind of his thing.
I move up since I don't really see the two more rats. No, I still don't see him.
I do point him out, so it's just your vision then.
Yeah. You think I should just equip the torch and maybe illuminate a bit more, or is it already illuminating since we already have the torch down?
Einjamin will move forward with the torch as soon as it's his turn.
All right, I'll make a dash action and double my space. I have my turn there. Because I did a dash action. I don't know if I said that.
Yes. So he moves forward up to these barrels with the torch.
Alright. I'm just gonna move right here. I'm not seeing anything myself, so I'm just gonna hold an action for when I see the rats. Just fire an
Okay.
arrow at them.
Yep.
Ooh. Sorry.
Yes, I. Where the pack?
The rats, they're in the bottom left corner.
I certainly do not see. Oh, I see them now. I'm gonna try and do a witch bolt on them.
Okay. It is hard to target them through all the barrels and pillars in the way, and you miss.
Grazing one of the pillars. Nice. I kind of like step back in terror, kind of like, "Hey, everyone, this is big."
Tristan goes and I don't know if we can do this here, but it's way too big. We should leave, and I'll wait for your responses. No one's saying
How
anything.
big is it?
It's
I remember.
if you have to categorize it as a class, like a like a large, maybe a large creature.
Oh.
Remember that, Nicholas, you've seen it before, or I told you about it before. We were in the sewers. It's
That's
kind of
such
like
a
that.
large swarm, just swarmed us, and we had no chance to survive.
as we were advised.
Say if we are all like grouped up together, as in like basically can cover all of us if we all stuck together at one place. That's what Tristan is trying to say.
Yeah, I remember last time we were advised that it was so huge that if we walked into it, we were basically going to be haunted with no chance to do anything.
Yeah. I am telling everyone to leave, and I will leave.
That will be also what I do. Kind of leave, kind of like, it's run away, run away!
I'm not dashing, so I'm just at the stairway, and that's it.
Okay. That's your turn, Kristen?
Yeah, it's a giant swarm's turn.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, the rats came into view by this point,
Yeah.
so I can actually fire an arrow.
Oh,
Yes.
held action. Look at that.
Yes.
Go for it.
Yep.
You strike true and kill at least one of the rats.
Is that at least one of 97?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's now Nicholas.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the turns. So after this, it goes back. Okay. Let's. Acting on the reaction, acting on what we know, gonna go ahead and see 1, 5. Oh, no, that's half of 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 30. And then do another move and head up the stairs and over to the side. And that's a double move. That's my turn.
All right.
The basement had a lot of fond memories from when I'm younger, but I think it's time to go. So I'm going to leave too.
Well, I mean, Einjamin was going to do something, but yeah, I don't know if there's anything he can do now.
Uh-oh.
Well, just if I stay and do anything and then he dies, that wouldn't be cool.
Yeah, I think we should just
So yeah, he will back up and take the dodge action with his regular action.
Or he could do the disengage. Just totally run away.
Dash. He can do a dash.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wanted to stay here with the light to make sure everybody gets out. 'Cause I'm actually a hero, And I don't know that
I'm sorry,
Elwyn
I
has
thought all
dark
the hero-
vision.
It was completely hopeless to fight such a large swarm.
If it didn't have resistance to all our attacks, I would fight it, but it's just like too much.
I mean, if there's like way too many threats.
If I had like a Molotov, I would do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you guys need area damage to deal with something like this.
Alright, then, upon seeing everyone else just running away, I'm gonna do the same myself.
Bravely running away.
Bravely run
That's
away.
poetry.
That's 25 right there. Out. That's my movement right there. Just gonna end turn right there.
Okay.
You there?
Yep.
I'm here.
Okay, good.
I got kind of like, okay, Sagi's gonna be running away with the rest of the group, but not before hitting it with that thing.
Okay.
Now, where is it?
The Grasp of the Deep? Oh, no, Eldritch Blast. Okay. So you blast it with pure Eldritch energy and deal 9 force damage to it, which it takes all of that damage.
Oh, keep moving out. And I'm out of the map, so I'll just end.
And the giant swarm of rats.
Ooh,
Oh, what the hell?
that thing got some.
And it cannot attack because it made a double move in order to try and get up on you guys. But it now has Einjamin swarmed.
Right. Well, I guess seeing that that's happening, and gonna dash back over and try to take a swipe at it. Is it flanked?
Technically, yes. Although I don't think you can flank a swarm.
19. Radiant damage.
Radiant, but technically still dealing damage as if it was slashing.
Oh, for sure.
It's not an area of effect.
You have magic.
Yeah, I guess I can add on smite since we're hopeless here. And it's swarming my brother and that stuff.
Yeah, that's probably not great. You know.
So I'll add on the class feature, which I can do after the fact.
Yes.
The weirdest things. Go ahead and tack that on.
You look at that.
That's nice, yeah.
And that should be halved, I think.
So 12.
1 point more than half.
I'm sorry. So it was 19 total. So 10. Is that what's happening?
Yeah. 10 total damage.
Okay.
I did it in 2 separate damages, so I had to add them together in my head real quick.
Oh, no problem.
Boy,
Alrighty. I guess I'm pretty sure I'm in range with my rapier, so I'll just use that. We can't leave this guy behind.
Yeah, you are in range. Yeah.
I'll use a normal attack. Oh, that should hit.
nice.
All right. So now you have bloodied the giant swarm of rats.
He's not done. He's got
That's
more.
right. That's right.
It's getting smaller.
You still have your stealth.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Jesus, what were we afraid of? It's really this low.
They were level 1 the first time they encountered this thing, and at level 1 with only 3 players, it probably would have eaten the crap out of them.
Makes sense. All right, well that's about it, I suppose. I'll just have my turn. I think it'll probably be next.
Big difference between 3 level 1s and 6 level 2s.
Yeah, we're pretty much a mob at this point.
That would have been good to know at the beginning.
It would, but at the same time, it hasn't even attacked us once yet. I'm just happy about that.
You don't want any of those diseases.
Yeah, and the other one was
This is the part where it eats Engine, right?
Yeah, yeah. You guys are like, "What are we worried about?" And then it's just like, "Oh my God! Why is there so much blood?"
if I remember right, the just regular rat swarms like 2d6, and it's like it basically almost one shot at each of us if they hit
Yes.
us. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh god.
Did you know that there's a druid thing called Circle of the Swarm?
So mind that.
Nah, nobody's really played a druid with me yet.
So that's Enjamin's turn to swap them off. At least they're not totally swarming him now. As
Oh,
much.
oh yeah, Einjamin. I'm like, why is nobody going? What the hell is going on here?
It's because it's
we-
Angel's turn.
we just suck like that.
Yeah. Okay.
We're just absolute scrubs.
So, yeah, he's
Going
just
this-
gonna bash him with his torch. Like, fuck it. And they're flanked, so that's advantage.
No. Did he hit the ground?
Yeah, the glaive always does well. All right, is it say with a torch?
That's a torch. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the torch is doing good. Secretly, Enjamin is the best fighter of us all.
Yes, sir.
Right.
It's very secret. Even he doesn't know.
Don't tell him.
Yeah, just keep this secret.
Oh man. I'm gonna see about firing off another arrow at the swarm, seeing everyone else turning to fight it now.
It's barely a swarm anymore.
Barely a swarm. It's like a couple of rats left.
Yeah, now it's just like 3 rats stacked on top of each other in a trench coat.
Oh man.
Oh, just reminded me of the meme. That meme with the with the eventual parting being Thanos, and Thanos removing the helmet being of Iron Man being like, a shitty man in a trench coat and 3 kobolds stacked on each other.
Oh,
All right, so you skewer another rat with your arrow, your crappy copper arrow.
Yeah. I actually had 14 good arrows left, thank you.
Oh, sorry.
I only bought 100 copper arrows. Alright, that ends my turn.
finish him off, Soggy.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Use your devil
Do
magic.
it. Use your hate. Let it flow through you.
And I kind of like just. I'm kind of like. He kind of like joining into the fun. He casts Mind Sliver on the giant swarm.
All right, so I have to make a intelligence save.
With a 13 being required.
That's a pretty good cantrip.
That's a cantrip? Wow.
Is it? Is it not?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, it
cantrip.
is.
It's an enchantment cantrip.
Oh, okay. That's some
but
pretty smart rats.
Yeah, in 5e, the cantrips are bitching.
I think I see one of them's wearing glasses and reading a book.
Yeah,
Is it doing chemistry over there?
yeah. One of the rats has a giant cranium, and the other one is tall and lanky with buck teeth.
Is that? Oh, jeez. That's a blast from the past.
Yeah.
Soggy, why?
And I kind of. And Soggy just freaks out after.
Oh man.
Tristan, time to save Andrew.
I guess I finish it off. Hopefully.
Rooting for you. Kill those 2 rats.
Time to save Einjamin is like
That's the right.
all the time.
That's max damage on 18 attack.
There's supper time, bath time, sleeping time, and saving Einjamin time. That's the 4 times.
Yes, sir.
Very first game, that's kind of what happened.
Oh man.
Oh,
Again?
you kill all but 1 rat.
I am
Killed
going
one of the
to.
2 rats
I'm not
left.
finished though. I'm axing church just because I can, and I'll do it again just to get the last kill.
Do it again.
Oh, does it hit?
no,
No.
It's 8. Oh wait, is it flanked?
Nope.
Not
Okay.
anymore.
It just scurried away.
That is exactly what it's about to do. Disengage and get the hell out of there.
Get the heck out of Dodge.
So do you guys want to chase 1 rat?
I mean, I can snipe
I'd,
it
I'd
if
be
it's my
half tempted to
turn.
try firing an arrow off at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's running away.
Nicholas.
I
do
just
it.
didn't know if I should, keep in combat order.
Yeah, keep in combat. I'm going to chase after it and finish it off.
He's
Okay.
gonna
Let's try
chase
to
after
anyway.
It's
I mean, I ran
Yeah.
away once. Might as well run after it now.
it.
Now that it's
Sounds
1
about
rat,
And then more up here, more forms.
there you go.
I don't know, Soggy. Do another investigation for more rats.
Hang on, there's I saw 1 tunnel down in one of these areas
All
down
right.
here.
That rat is dead.
Sweet. So
Alright,
there's a
then.
tunnel around where the rat came from.
No, near the stairs. You look to the left of the stairs, right here where I'm standing. And you just look up. There's a tunnel down that way.
Oh, so most likely to the other building.
Yeah.
Because it's the one building and the other is the other building. I can...
Well, it doesn't hurt to
Yeah,
go
well-
down there and check out what's down there, now does it?
Oh, it's just the other warehouse.
Okay, so as you come up into this area. Hold on.
Let me guess. More rats.
That's not a bad. That's not a bad guess.
Oh
It's
no.
not bad.
Do we want to continue?
Are we sure about this?
That was at the interest of it. So, usually when DM is saying something, don't move your characters until he says it's finished.
Yes, please. Thank you.
No.
Okay, so
Gotcha.
you are not caught off guard. This rat was somewhat hidden, but obviously not well enough. So right on top of a giant pile of bags of flour is another giant swarm of rats, and over here you see a giant rat that looks diseased.
Oh, insight.
And here. And here. Okay. So, because we are at our usual stopping time, I'm going to ask everybody if they would like to do this combat and then stop, or if we should pick up next week with this combat.
I would say let's do this combat, but I'm good either way.
I'm
Either
good
way is
either
good
way
for me.
too.
Let's roll.
Guide.
Just Enjamin needs to bring his torch.
Ah,
Right.
yes, sorry. I will be right there.
Oh,
Oh gosh.
Why is my rolls so bad today?
looks like someone's gonna get the plague.
Every single one.
Oh, that would be me. I'm like, who are we missing? The torch.
Roll. The torch got an initiative roll.
Oh, look at that. Who's the perfect child now, Nicholas?
Swarm of rats.
Rats! Rats! We're the rats!
What? Uh-oh.
Oh gosh, like right on top of me. Well, that's not good.
You have dozens, if not hundreds, of tiny rats crawling all over you.
All right.
They
I've
would have
already-
attacked you, but they used all their movement to get to you.
Right. In that case, I'm just gonna see about backing up a bit.
Yeah,
Are you
is that an
disengaging?
opportunity attack?
Yeah, you can just disengage. You'll get no attacks on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as long as you disengage and then move there, you're good.
Yeah, that's what I was planning to do.
Okay.
Now, Enjamin is always very conscious of tactics and things. I'm sure he would want to slightly flank before attacking.
Yes.
Because he does that every single time when Sean's here.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's Sean. He loves that blink.
However, he is still wielding a torch and shield.
And he crit.
Oh,
crit.
man.
Aw,
Jeez.
crit.
Crit.
Smashing into the swarm of rats with his torch, he basically launches 3 of them into the air, sending them flying.
In combat, I can only move 5 or 2.5.
You,
Oh, since this is a, no, I can move 25 feet, right? Okay, never mind.
yeah,
Yeah,
25.
you 25.
And what's the control so I can just view the distance?
You
Q.
hold on to your character and Q. Yeah.
You can also click on the little ruler icon. There's for me there's 6 icons. Oh, there you got it.
Yeah, but Q allows you to do it right as you're moving.
Yep. I'm just gonna move to the side so you can see your character.
Tristan, all of a sudden, you feel Tom hiding behind your leg, perfectly staying in step with you, so that every time you move, he's just right behind you to where the rats can't target him, only you.
Oh,
That's
that's
your bag battle, buddy.
yes, yes. It's a wait for my turn. Then we'll move.
No.
So that bite that was at me, that was a 5. Where's my AC? That misses.
Ooh, you got talky fast.
It was an
But it was attacking Hydroman.
it was an 11, not a 5, but
Oh, 11? That still misses.
Yeah.
My AC's 15.
yeah. And then Einjamin gets bitten by one of the diseased rats, dealing 4 piercing damage, but more importantly, forcing a saving throw.
Constitution.
Come on, fighter.
Yep, that's one of his best roles, or should be at least.
Apparently he failed it before though, so
Yeah, he did. So did you, actually.
So, who's gonna get the play?
Are gonna roll his. There it is.
Ooh,
Oh,
wah,
no.
wah, wah.
Right.
Wow, the DC 10 fail.
That's what I like to see.
That's
Yeah,
pretty Benjamin right there.
when I failed it, I didn't know it was a communicable disease.
All right, so that's everybody.
I will switch out my hand axe to my glaive. So now my armor class is lower, but I am using a reach weapon.
So you're dropping your shield on the floor, right?
I'm just gonna say, well, do I have to drop it or just use it in a certain way that's not effective as a shield anymore?
I am going to be nice enough to allow you to sheathe your hand axe and get your glaive out, but your shield, you can't like properly stow your shield, sheathe your hand axe, and draw your glaive all in this
So I will
action.
drop my shield on the ground in a sense.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. 11.
Yeah, that's not a hit.
It's max
Oh.
damage too. I'm not hurt. No, I already used my.
Oh my
damage.
god, that is a hit.
It is. Is this?
Yeah.
I'm flanked.
Oh my
As well?
god. You're not flanking because there's nobody on the opposite side of it, but
Oh, okay.
oh my god, that hit.
The AC is that low.
Nice. All right.
Okay, it didn't seem like it took the damage, but hey.
It did.
Run. And stabby stab.
Stabby, stabby, stab, stab, stab.
Now it's flanked, right? But a swarm can't be flanked.
You are flanking it now, but yeah, I just remembered again that yeah, you can't flank a swarm because there's too many heads,
Oh well.
and that is a
Didn't
miss.
hit anyway, so.
And that
yeah.
is a miss. Yep.
It's right in front of you, Soggy.
Kind of like he's like panicking. He sees all these things and just static starts to. But soon enough, thunder.
Oh.
So all of us.
All of us are taking damage then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll roll a save then.
Yep. Difficulty class 13 con.
And am I at a... No, that's ability. Is this ability? No, this is saving throw.
So I'm in this as well.
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah, we're all-
Everyone,
Except for L, wherever. Use your ruler to make sure you're 15 away from him.
away from
So
Soggy.
it's everyone in this. Oh, I'm just... No.
Oh, I'm
I'm-
good, I'm good.
Here, I'll make it easy.
Yeah, do a circle because I don't.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Because of these smaller squares, it's hard to tell where it originate. Yeah, I think I'm mid-hit. Yep.
A 15-foot cube originating.
Oh, it's not okay, so yeah, so that then would be like this. Hold on.
It's like
At
least
I'm trying
that's
to act
much.
in character, kind of like he's trying to help, but
No, it's fine.
all this
We
panic,
just-
all this havoc, just
yeah. So
It's fine.
It's
But
all-
what you're doing is just we're trying to figure out who's getting hit. That's the thing
Elwyn,
that I
Elwyn
care
is
about.
just out.
I'm just out.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
so
out.
I don't have to.
So
Yeah.
because it's a 15-foot cube, the way that works is it is 3 squares wide. Oh wait, cube. So 3 squares by 3 squares, and you can position it anywhere starting from your square. So all he has to do is start the cube right on his square and then have it go let me get the ruler to show you. Have it go out 15 feet this way and up 15
You're
feet
saying
this
something
way.
like that.
Right. So now it doesn't get any of you, but still gets the swarm.
I was also trying to get the diseased rat.
If you're
That's not.
yeah, if you're trying to get the diseased rat, then you're gonna hit both Nicholas and possibly Elwyn. So probably
I
best
think
to
that's
just
what he
hit
was
the-
trying to do, though.
Well, I mean, if that's, let me just see if you can
No,
even reach the other one.
The other one.
Nope, 17 and a half feet away, so you can't even reach it anyway. So it's not worth trying.
I don't. Is that how it says? Is this not radius?
So does
No, it
the
actually
rat
reads cube. It
swarm
says a.
take damage or not?
But you've just got Soggy has to decide what that cube is.
I said that it would be like this way.
Which way?
You have to draw it on the map.
Yeah, if you're able to use the little paintbrush tool.
Yep. Yep, we got you. You're good, Soggy.
Okay.
All right. And now
So did anybody? So I didn't see any actual damage applied though.
it did.
It
Oh,
says
did? Okay.
8 thunder damage.
Okay.
Oh wait, yeah, and that's energy damage, so that's all 8. My bad. I did have it, but it shouldn't have been halved, so there you go. All right.
And this is Nicholas. Was I caught in that or not?
No.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Thunderwave is a weird spell.
Oh wait, yeah, that's why it was halved, was because he saved. There we go.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Now, because the swarm is already in Nicholas's space, it doesn't have to move, so it'll just start eating him.
That's gonna be painful.
If he hits, sure.
I said.
Let's hear it for armor.
Dude, she's 3d8 6.
I'm sure he has like 17 more attacks though. Don't worry.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, there you go. So, that is its turn.
I'm gonna just hold my bow off in my offhand and draw out my scimitar to strike at this diseased rat right in front of me.
Okay.
Alright, so how's that?
I believe that's a hit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and 11 was earlier, so 14 should.
Oh, yeah, but was that against a giant rat?
No, that was against the
rat
that was
swarm.
against one of the diseased rat.
That was against the rat swarms.
No, against
Oh,
the
right,
diseased giant
yeah.
rat is what I'm attacking.
Right. Yeah, and so I
Yeah,
just
the
double
rat swarm
checked.
is the 11.
Yeah, I just double
hit.
checked, but you're good. So,
Okay. And that'll end my turn. Right there.
Einjamin is going to swing at the swarm of rats with his torch again. Actually, he's going to swing at this diseased rat with the torch.
No,
He
you're
He
swinging
managed to
at
hit
him.
himself, but we'll just pretend
Once
that
again,
The DM is swinging at him.
we'll pretend that it was a 13 attack against the rat.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been happening quite a few times. It seems like it's just. I don't know.
And once
Seems like
again,
Einjamin's
Einjamin proves to
confused.
be an all-star elite here as he knocks the rat out with one swing of the torch.
He's got proficiency with torches.
Yeah. By the end of this, he's going to have a specialized weapon, you know?
Torch.
I'm just gonna snipe at this the rat swarm.
Okay. Peeking out from behind Tristan's legs, Tom
You have
looses an
advantage.
arrow at the rats.
You also had advantage as well, so you can roll again for crit.
Oh.
Remember, every time you do a sneak, and it's very high from what I remember. You always get advantage.
You said I gotta reroll though.
You just roll again, so you just roll a d. Yeah, just for a crit.
Roll a d20.
Yeah, just roll a d20 or do another attack or don't do. I don't know. No.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, I don't think you don't quit.
Not
I
pretty
don't
much
think
it.
that'll crit.
Nope.
All right, the diseased rat that was attacking Einjamin is dead. The diseased rat that ran up to attack Elwyn,
It's like on its last legs.
yeah,
Over there.
it's gonna just take the disengage and then dash and run away.
Am I within 5 feet? Was that an opportunity for me?
He disengaged,
Okay.
so
Yeah,
that
you
means
did.
it can't
He-
dash.
Yeah,
though.
disengage.
Oh right, it can't dash. But when it disengaged, it ended up here, and then you are still within 5 feet when it went to move away.
No, what? Disengage is just a move in itself, so he doesn't get
Yeah.
attacked at all.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
not.
the
It's
disengage.
not a
Oh.
5-foot step. It's not Pathfinder.
Yeah,
You-
gotcha.
Yeah, it's fine.
Gotcha.
It's good.
That's cool. He's gone.
Yep.
No, it's right there.
Yeah.
Uh,
He's like, it ain't getting away.
no, it's right there. I still see
I
it.
don't think get
Go
away.
for another glaive attack.
Is what he's saying.
Big numbers. It's not 5 damage. Let's see. Oh yeah, Tom, did you use another cunning action to sneak again? To hide again? Because you didn't. I don't think you used it at all. Yeah. That's what's so great about rogues. They can do that once they hit second level. They get cunning action is a very kind of overpowered, really.
Like the
Yeah.
core of the class right there. That and sneak attack.
It's
Are
attack.
you all done, Tristan?
Yeah, I'm sure I am now.
Gonna make like Miss Piggy here.
Hiya!
And miss like a
Oh,
It's
Gosh,
not your day, Nicholas. Not your day.
you're getting a bit too reckless. I think you're still feeling a little emotional from the trying to intimidate the captain earlier.
yes.
Sage.
Suck it.
He's
Sage.
in kind of like
Okay.
a mix of fear and anger at the rat.
Yep.
He's going to cast a Eldritch Blast on the diseased rat that is.
No survivors.
You don't get away from me. I think
That's
it's
good.
dead.
That's a
six-
hit.
That's a 16 and my 14 hit.
Yep.
So, describe the hit.
So as you're as the rat is running away, your hands stretch out and you send a crackling beam of energy towards it.
And so it is dead.
That rat is dead.
It is dead as can be.
I was getting the image loaded up on it there.
He's putting little X's over its eyes.
Yep. Gotta put the pennies on its eyes.
We're gonna bury it right afterwards. Give it a proper funeral.
I mean, that rat gave Einjamin some diseases, so I'm going to do that.
Is that your turn then?
Yes, that is my turn.
Let's see. I think we're gonna keep trying to eat Nicholas.
Nicholas seems like a tasty snack, apparently.
Yeah, you get a snack.
Oh, these are obviously female rats. That's all it is.
Well, that is just, did I win some kind of jackpot on the scratch off or something here?
You're just perfect.
Just triple sevens over there. The
Yeah.
slot machine's going off. Oh man. Alright, gonna fire at it with my longbow.
Now remember, it is swarming Nicholas currently, so there is a chance that you hit Nicholas.
Do it.
I'll take that chance. Right there.
Oh,
see?
nice.
You nail
Boom.
one of the rats that was climbing up Nicholas's leg, and he can feel the arrow's kinetic energy as it knocks the rat clean off of him.
I got you covered.
Oh yeah. Stick him with your torch there, Angeman.
Stick with it.
Torch. Don't set me on fire, you brat.
Well, first I'm gonna get into flanking position as we were taught at the academy.
Always with the flanks.
And then
That's
I'm gonna
that
show
hits
you
too.
I'm gonna show you how this is done.
He's got action swords as well.
Oh yeah, I should.
he's
I'll steal all this glory.
stealing all the glory for himself with that torch.
Torch master.
Torch best weapon in the game? Question mark. Oh, boy, it critted.
So 14-7.
It's
Oh, man.
good to see, Enjamin, that you're finally applying the lessons that I taught you. Just remember, I taught you everything you know, but not everything I know.
Well then, here, brother. Here's the torch. Have at it.
I'll keep my fancy magic sword that I'm worthy of. Thank you so very much.
They both glow. Same difference.
Oh man, the disease rats are dead.
Oh, son of a
Did it start
bitch! I forgot you're wielding the
Yeah, I
sunblade.
skipped it.
Anytime you're
I'll let
wielding
you
the
guys figure 'em out.
sunblade, anytime you're wielding the sunblade, I have to set your light.
That's all right, man.
This combat's getting ready to come to a close anyway.
Yeah,
Ooh,
but still.
That's what we
True.
think.
It's for future reference. Yeah, that's why he's saying yeah, but still, because he has like a secret boss that's gonna tunnel its way up out of the ground. So
There
just
is
smash
a
us all.
secret boss, but maybe not here.
Sounds legit.
All right, so both the diseased rats are dead. You can get out of my combat initiative. Tristan.
Are they not dead? Still about one left.
We got the swarm.
The
That's
swarm.
like on one leg. Like the rat is just limping along. That last rat.
It's a crit. Benjamin,
Yeah, that's
step
over.
aside.
on the
Let me
limping
show
rat.
you
Oh
how to
yeah.
truly finish it. And
With
that
a
was-
proper weapon.
That was truly heroic seeing you vanquish the limping rat like that.
No, you gotta play it up to make Einjamin feel bad. Like,
yeah,
wow, Tristan,
it's-
that was true heroism.
No, Sean, why aren't you here? That's it. It's
Just for the record, that's the game, is making Einjamin feel bad about anything that anybody does is better than everything he does ever.
Yeah, it's
Dang.
actually written into our character descriptions.
We
Okay,
have
for the
yeah,
record.
it's
Oh
That's
yeah,
role-playing.
yeah. Like we're not even being funny. Like we are being funny, but like no, for real. Like that is the whole thing. Is Einjamin sucks.
and sometimes we just feel like it. We just punch him in the face with it, slap him around. Just no reason. We just do it.
Just like a brotherly love sort
I'm
of
gonna
thing.
I'm
where
gonna
you
be
beat
buying
up
him
your
a
brother
fancy
for
collar
fun.
soon.
Yeah, just like it. Kind of spit in his
So-
mouth.
Now with the battle done, what do you have to say to finish off this video?
Yes. So now we will be wrapping up, but before we completely wrap up, I just want to make sure you guys have now vanquished the giant rats that you have seen. Do you wish to continue exploring this area further, or would you like to leave and go somewhere else? And then that way I can have everything prepared for next session.
I think, given what little I can see, maybe Tristan can see a little bit more as we're looking around. Tristan, your eyesight seems better than mine. Or Saki, would you see anything? All I can see is some, I don't know, sacks. I guess that's what that is. Sacks.
Yeah, sacks
Yeah,
of
that's
flour and grains and other,
But I don't
Oh,
know
is
how
the-
deep this goes, right?
Is the
But-
flour like spoiled?
Yeah, it could be. That's why it's
some
disease,
some of it, yeah.
Because I remember the very first game, we had soiled food with all the rats going at it.
Yeah.
Now it seems
Now, I also know that Enjamin was diseased now. He failed the con check, right?
Yeah.
So I've got to heal him.
Yep.
But so what we'll say is he's poisoned. He's diseased, rather.
Diseased, correct.
And just typing that out so the chat record is there. And I need to heal him.
so.
But then aside from that, I would think that we would finish exploring this area, which may or may not take long.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll finish exploring this area.
Finish
and
to
then
explain this. Probably go to the sewer. What? Because that was our next place we were
hope
going
so,
to, wasn't it?
Okay.
Yes, the next place.
Yes.
Then it's sewer time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay, so having defeated the giant rats, the heroes are determined to finish exploring this area and finding out what they can here, and possibly heading off to the sewers to see what the source of this disease could be. That's where we'll pick up next week. Great session, guys. I'm really glad that all of the leg issues have been solved. We really got pretty far, which made me want to keep playing. So I'm really happy that we had a great session.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of
that
stuff.
was-
Indeed.
Yep. Much smoother.
yeah.
So yeah,
Can't
Yeah,
wait
yeah.
to find out what the source of this plague is.
Yeah,
we had trouble in the beginning because we just did not have a set goal. I think as long as we have a set goal, our party will be fine.
yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I think we're
Agreed.
definitely a little lost. Yeah, I'm sorry about not. I should have asked more about the background of this league because I think